Welcome, everybody, to episode 30. We've made it to 30.
We appreciate y'all sticking around. If y'all hearing this, daggum, y'all done good. Y'all,
If you've listened to all episodes, send us a message. But anyway, it's
We're gonna
episode
send
30 of Chicken Bone Alley.
we're going to send you an original gourmet lollipop.
That's what we're going to do. We don't have to talk to Derek about that.
We'll work
But
that
send
out.
it. I'll just go to the store and buy one. but anyway, presented by SRI Performance, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum,
And Purple Springs.
and Purple Draco Springs. I'm David.
I'm Sterling. What's up, y'all?
Boy, have we been busy.
Man, I feel like I'm still moving.
I think we are.
For sure.
There ain't an earthquake, is it?
It may be.
Jeez.
It's 2020, so it could be anything. You never know.
There ain't no telling. We spent the majority of the weekend at the racetrack.
We finally can say, because, when we talk with Derek and he's on the show and we got to talk about our weekend cutting grass and this, that, and whatever, and this, dusting and stuff. he always says, well, I was at the racetrack. Okay.
Well, we were
Thank
cutting
you.
grass. Yeah.
Well, now we can actually say we were at the racetrack all
Speaking
weekend.
of Derek, real fast, before we get into anything else. Speaking of Derek, he's not on this week with us. We'll try our hardest to have him on next week. But congratulations, Derek Griffith.
The big $10,000.
10 G's.
Yes, sir, buddy.
Won it up at Claremont.
Dominated.
Led from flag to flag, 150 laps.
I love it.
You know why he done that? I told him why he done that.
I know exactly why he done it.
Because he put that Chicken Bone Alley decal on his car this week.
It made a world of
fast.
difference. It looked really good there too. I'm going to tell you, it matches his car perfectly.
Well, I'm just saying, we did pretty good. Just a little ahead of the game, but Friday night, we was at Timmonsville at a racetrack. Somehow, I managed to get on a Speed 51 post on Twitter.
They used you. That's what they
used me.
did.
I
They
feel
used you
used.
as a interviewer.
I feel used. But I like it. It's good. And then turn around Sunday, they got Derek's car posted up there, and all you see right in the bottom corner, Chicken Bone Alley.
Gotta love it, man.
Round Speed 51's.
Gotta love
page.
it. So, Derek, we do appreciate it very much. You guys putting that on there. Whether it brought you luck or not, I do appreciate it for sure. That helps us out for sure. So that's really cool, and congratulations on the win. You needed it after the bad luck at Oxford in the 250. Coming back to do that was
Maybe you can put the backup back together now.
that's right. Get that motor put back together.
Yeah.
But anyway, that was cool. But yeah, we had a lot of racing, man. We got a lot to talk about. Before we get into that, Sunday. How was your Sunday? How was your Memorial Day, Monday, all that?
That was Labor Day.
I was seeing if y'all was paying attention, and you were, so you did good. Your
I
Labor
did
Day,
that.
whichever one it was. How was your holiday,
There we
Monday?
go. Holiday, Monday. No, it was good. I went, we got back pretty late Saturday night. It wasn't too bad considering how far we went. But got back and I got up. I don't think I ever got up about 9:30 Sunday morning. And I got everything together and headed down to the Santee area. My wife and kids were already there. And we ate some barbecue chicken. Daddy cooked and decided we was going to play some music that night. So, I went in completely non-rehearsed and played some guitar a little bit.
Well, we have our normal skit that we always
Pretty much.
turn to, so it works good.
Pretty much.
For that crowd, it works really good.
It worked way too late.
Yeah, I hear that. That's,
And then- And then Monday, I didn't really do nothing other than...
Did you cut grass?
No. I need to.
You need to bad.
I need to.
God, no, you
bad.
You better go out and get cut grass, bro.
I need to bad. That might be a tomorrow afternoon function.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can do it before the weekend.
Yeah, good luck. It's gonna rain, probably so.
Yeah, I know. But quick story, because I know we got a lot to cover this week. So quick story. I told Sterling about it the other day. I know y'all have heard us talk about it before, but my youngest child is autistic. He'll be 5 years old. He'll be 5 October 8th.
Yep.
And Well, anyway, my parents, like I've told you before, they got a place at the lake. They manage a campground down there. So we stay at their house while we're there. Well, we were eating and everything, and it was getting ready to go Monday afternoon, and my wife said, all right, I need to get Jackson's clothes, and let's change him so we can get ready to go. Well, all of a sudden she goes around the corner. I can't find Jackson. Oh, God.
Yeah, that ain't good.
No, that's never good. So all of a sudden, we look through the house really fast and can't find him. And all everybody can think around there is lake. There's a lake all around us.
Well, kind of bring it back. And I don't know if it's autism related. I think it is. But this boy loves daggum water. It don't matter. It can be a little mud puddle. And this fool running to it.
He has got to touch. He's got to get in it.
He's got to get in the water.
Got to get in the water. And he loves it. I mean, fortunately, he's still got a little bit to learn how to swim, but he floats fairly good.
He floats.
He floats.
That's
fairly
good. He ate well.
But anyway, so at this point, we can't find him in the house. Everybody's hearts just drop, essentially. So everybody goes running outside. Well, fortunately around there, everybody looks out for everybody. Kind of one of those deals. Well, he had some friends that are up on the very front at the lake on the water. They were out playing in the water. Well, Jackson just ran. They said he was running. They said he looked like lightning coming down there. Ran straight to the water with tablet in hand. And all of a sudden
Plop.
Gets to the water and just plops down right in it. Plop.
Well, at least he was safe.
Well, he was safe because our friends that were over there, Bob and Joyce, she got him over there beside her. She sits down beside him in the water, and they just sitting there hanging out. And so he was safe, but that's a way to make your heart drop real quick.
Oh, I promise you, absolutely.
I don't even know how he got out of the house. Door was still locked. The only thing I can
think
figure
it was
is
not shut all the way.
It wasn't shut all the way. I don't know.
'Cause I know that fool didn't unlock it and open it and lock it back.
I wouldn't put it past him.
Well, that's true. But,
how about you? That was pretty much mine. I can come back and
so yeah, I mean, I'm glad everybody made it home safely.
Me too.
But yeah, so like I said, we got home decently late, I guess you could say. Saturday night from Lancaster, and had the boat ready. Friday afternoon, got the boat ready for a little outing. My wife and family and all, they wanted to go to the waterway and all. So we left about 9:00 Sunday morning and headed down to the beach. Put in there at Bass Pro on the waterway and rode to Oak Island. Which is a good little ride, pretty good little ride. And we decked out in the ocean and rode back all the way to Bird Island from the ocean. In the ocean, it was pretty. Seas were calm, so that was a nice ride. And had the family and had our new little puppy out there.
I want to say, how about Clyde?
Clyde did good, man. Clyde, I don't know if did we talk about Clyde last week?
A little bit.
Well, Clyde is a Heinz 58, but he is the coolest dog you will ever see in your life. He is just the coolest thing. He don't even care. He's just cool. And I think he's part everything, but he's dominant Labrador. So he's got, he looks like a lab. I mean, he honestly looks just like a lab.
Spots
He's got a white goatee, and he's got a white neck, and he's got white back feet.
Just toes.
Just toes.
Yeah.
So he got his nails did.
That's what it looks like.
But he is cool as he can be. So I was kind of worried. He's 10 weeks he's 10 weeks old now. So we took him and he got on the boat and he just sits there and he looks around like, "What's up?" So we get going and he stands up on the front of the boat, ears flapping, just looking around, just as cool, whatever, no big deal. And he had a great time. He did really good. Got out in the ocean with him. Did great. Wanted to take a nap. He got on our little water bean bag, whatever it's called. Got on that, chilled out. Took him about a 2-hour nap, just good as he can be. So that was good, really cool. I've always wanted me a good boat dog, fishing dog.
Well, just want to
Just a good dog. Okay, that's it.
Dog.
Yeah, just a good dog.
Just a good dog.
So hopefully he will continue to do that. Hurt his back foot the other day, or his back leg, excuse me. Fell off a chair chasing a bone, and it happens. I've done it too. But
once in a while.
he some kind of another hyperextended something another. Took him to the emergency room because he was howling and I mean just horrible, like somebody shot him with a .22 or something. But so they said he has some kind of deep tissue, muscle tissue strain, something. So they said they gave him a shot of opioid, is what they texted me. I was at the racetrack with my son, Darlington. They said they give him a shot of opioid. First thing I think is, oh shit, he's gonna be hooked.
Heroin.
He's gonna be daggone hooked. He's gonna be getting in my medicine cabinet. He's gonna be trying to get my clearance. So, but anyway, no, he came back. He was a zombie. I mean, he couldn't even do nothing. He couldn't even walk. He couldn't do anything. He was just blah. But he worked out through that, and so now Wednesday night, he's fine. He's running around everywhere. He don't even care.
He was fine last night.
Yeah, he was fine last night. So he don't even care. He's good to go. My little kid's Cole, like I said, he's 5. Blakely, the Holy Terror. She is 3, and he hides from her. So I was kind of worried, okay, maybe he's going to roughhouse him, and maybe he's going to play too rough with him and stuff. No. Blakely, he's terrified of Blakely. He'll play with Cole, but he's terrified of him. He'll go hide up under the bed from Blakely.
Well, I know people that's terrified of her, too. So
you're right. I know people who's terrified of her mama.
Well,
So, it don't fall far from the tree, if you know what I'm saying. So, but anyway, we had a good time. Really good time. It was crowded. A lot of people on the water, kind of last weekend of summer, I guess. But we're going to be out some more. We're going to be fishing. We're going to be wrapped up.
Well, it's finally time to go fishing.
Yeah.
You can get out there and not fry.
Oh, it's been horrible around here. It really has, especially last week.
The past few days, and it's been awesome.
Yeah, it has. Well, the humidity's coming back today. Yesterday morning was fantastic.
But I can still much rather deal with humidity when it's 80 degrees rather than deal with all the humidity when it's 98 degrees.
Yeah, I concur for sure. So, but anyway, like David said, we got a lot to talk about, a lot of interviews actually this week, which is pretty cool. Wanted some more, couldn't really get them. Things didn't fall properly for us. One at Lancaster, we were really hoping for Chris Ferguson.
Well, I texted him.
And we had a confirmation. He was.
I said, "Hey man, can we
get
get a little bit of time while you at Lancaster?" So yeah, that's perfect.
And he tore stuff up in the van.
Tore stuff up Friday night and couldn't make it in Lancaster.
Yeah, so hate that. We'll get him back soon. Get him back on here. Be really cool for sure. They're going to Eldora this week for that big race, invitational, whatever it exactly.
It's basically the dream. Well,
exactly.
Not dream. It's the
World 100.
World. It's basically the world, but it's not the world.
Right. So
they named the last one the Stream after the Dream. So what are they gonna name this one? The Earl.
The Earl.
I mean, which
Earl.
would fit at Eldora actually.
I'll go for it. Anyway, it's gonna be something.
I think anybody would go to it, but they can't. So
and I think they invited 45 drivers. I think it was. And Chris Ferguson's one of them, so that's pretty cool. He always runs well there, especially in the 100 lappers. So looking forward to that. But anyway, going back to Friday night, David calls me. I'm out here washing the boat. I get off work. I'm washing the boat, trying to get everything ready. He calls me. Hey, bro, you going tonight? And kind of long and short of it, we got invitation to go to Florence for interviews and, the kind of the media pass per se, I guess, from Steve and Savannah and all those guys over there. So I'm trying to make it and get right where I can get there and, by 7 or 7:30 or whatever. I figure, okay, that's what time. So he calls me like 5 o'clock. He says, "What you doing to clean the boat? Where you going? To the racetrack?" Damn. Already?
You early, ain't you? No. They started
it's
here in a few
now.
minutes.
Qualifying's at 5:30. I was like, okay. Well, daggone. So I had to hurry up, got it all done, got over there finally. Tell you what, I got there at probably 6:30, 7-ish, right in that area. Right. I think racing started at 7:30.
Yeah. Oh, race started. Well, regardless. Yeah,
Anyway,
7:30, somewhere in there.
it was somewhere in that ballpark. It was packed. I waited in line to get in the infield forever. And I was like, I ain't seen this at Florence, and I don't know when. Really don't.
I literally have been going to Florence Motor Speedway I am 34. I've been going for 34 years now. My dad kept up race cars that ran at Florence Motor Speedway back when it was dirt and then moved into asphalt and everything. So I've grown up at that track. And I'm going to tell you, there's very, very, very few times I can recall there being that many people there.
Well, yes, I agree with that 100%. And so I'm waiting in line, and they're taking everybody's thing. They're getting out. They're getting wristbands. They're paying. They're standing in line and all that. So David told me to ask for Savannah when I get to the gate. It's okay. So I waiting in line, and when I get closer, I get out the truck. Well, right before I get out the truck, I see this young lady walk over to a car and get out like 25 pizzas. I'm like, I think I know her. Pretty sure I do. She's got a Florence Motor Speedway shirt on and all that, and she's running around like her chicken with her head cut off. So she looked like she was important. And so I go over there. I didn't know, whatever. So I went and waited in line, got over there, talked with the lady up there, the young lady taking everybody's stuff for credentials and all. And I say, I'm here to see Savannah. She's got our passes waiting on us. She says, Savannah's right over there. So she's carrying all the pizzas. So I turn around and look at her. Finally, I get to see her. And I realized that she worked for, and we'll say a little later, but she worked for NBC Sports. NBC. And met her a few years back when we started with Mr. Eric Thomas. He came to our shop, Palmetto Machine Fabrication here in Florence, and needed some work done while they were here in Darlington. So we did some few frames and things for them, and stayed in touch, and they've looked out for us, and met her then over there, and seen her again in Bristol and different places. But anyway, so back then she was part of the road crew with NBC, helping them out, doing whatever was needed. And so anyway, she's part owner of the new Florence Motor Speedway. So that is really cool. She's from Myrtle Beach. She was working along with Steve and all the guys down at Myrtle Beach, and took on this new task here in Florence. That's really cool. Congratulations to her, and I hope everything turns out like she wants it to for sure. And we're gonna get a call in soon from her. I know she's busy. She's really busy because she's back and forth to Charlotte with NBC still, and Lord knows what all they're doing. But we're gonna get her to call in for too long. We're gonna get her for sure. So anyway, finally make it in the racetrack. Catch up with David. There's like nowhere to park by that point around the racetrack. That's done. You can hang that up. They're already too deep against the fence.
I couldn't get my truck out if I wanted to.
No. So I had to park up, somewhere, just everywhere I could park. So I already knew that was good at that point. And the parking out in the parking lot for the grandstands was already filling up big time by then. They were steady filing in. So, like David said, we've been going there for years, especially when they used to race on Friday nights. I love seeing it on a Friday night right here. That was awesome. About like the old times we used to get out of school and get ready to head over to Florence. So that was really neat. Been a long time since I seen it like that. That's for sure. So I'm not bashing how it was ran before, not bashing any of that, but glad to see the new lives and the new effort and the new
just the
new minds over there.
The facelift over there.
Yeah, I think that's what it needed. It really did, and I just can't wait to see what the future holds over there, man.
I think it's going to be good. Well, speaking of, we got a little call in from here, from Florence Motor Speedway. All right, everybody, and on the line right now, one of the new owners of Florence Motor Speedway, Steve Zacharias. Steve, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, it's good. How are you guys?
Awesome, man. Awesome. How's y'all have a good Labor Day?
Yeah, I mean, we had a good Labor Day weekend.
That's what I'm talking about.
I think racing at Florence Motor Speedway was a success, and we labored on Friday and we enjoyed the rest of the weekend after that.
Awesome, man. It definitely was a success in my eyes. There was some good racing and everything that went on over there, and awesome crowd. One of the best crowds I've seen in a long time over there.
Most definitely, yeah.
So anyway, we're going to get back to it. As far as track-wise, everything, how... We know you were the promoter for Myrtle Beach Speedway.
Yep.
And how did you come about, as coming into ownership of Florence Motor Speedway?
Well, in late January, I got word that Myrtle Beach Speedway was sold, and I felt confident in the conversations I had with the ownership group here, that it was a done deal. That there was no coming back from it. There was no fixing it. So it was a matter of, what's the next step? And, I called my wife, and obviously as a person, forget a promoter, as a person, I got to figure out, what's good for my family, what's good for me. And I called my kids, and we had a conversation about everything. And, I asked them, I said, you guys want Dad to, be your softball coach and, be a normal person, or do you want to keep working at racetracks? And it was 100%, they wanted to work at a racetrack. So, from there it was, all right, well, if that's the case, what racetrack, when, where, how? So, the first step we had was, is it possible to start a new one in Myrtle Beach? And then you start doing the math, and it's just, it's about physically impossible without putting out millions and millions of dollars to start a new facility. So then, I kind of got hooked up with Jamie Weatherford, and him and I talked, and, he wanted to race, and we all wanted to race. And he put me in contact with Charlie for a little while, and Charlie and I had some conversations, and, Charlie's enthusiasm for the sport was amazing. So yes. Charlie said, basically, he kept telling me, he's like, man, I'm 83 years old. I'm out of time. I'm tired. I just want to see good racing. And we both saw eye to eye on the idea that, we wanted to see Florence become something that it has been meant to be. That's and right. Had the ability to be. And so Charlie and I agreed on some stuff, and he said, man, I'm excited to watch some racing. And, here we are today. Unfortunately, Charlie is not capable of being here. He lost his battle with COVID. But man, I know he was looking over the racetrack, and I hope he was proud. I would love for him to be in the grandstands and just enjoyed, seeing that many fans in the grandstands, seeing that many cars in the infield. And, but like I said, I hope he was up above with my grandparents and Terry Evans and all my family members that were looking down and enjoying racing, because, man, to racing is so much fun that we all enjoy it together.
That's
and
right.
When you become a racer, you can't lose that. And to see the crowd there, that was the racing community that we all know and love.
Oh, absolutely, it definitely is. And we've been going to Florence. My house is maybe 5 minutes from the racetrack. So we've been growing up in high school going for the past 20 years. We've been going over there for sure. And it kind of fell down a little bit for a while. And very glad to see what we saw on Friday. Seeing as many fans as was there was definitely promising. And seeing the racing, seeing the car count, seeing the classes y'all had show up, and like I said, the car count for the first weekend was very impressive. But Steve, what got you into racing to begin with, to start with?
Oh man, I grew up. So I was born August 1st, 1981, and which actually my favorite story about that is that same day that MTV was born. So I was born the same day
right.
MTV was born, but. The same day I was born, my father was racing at our local short track in New York, and he put on shoe polish on the side of his car that it's a boy. And I was in the grandstands the very next week in a car seat. Just I don't remember it obviously, but I was in the grandstands from there. And then I've got, I think, 7 uncles and aunts, and my grandfather was racing on my dad's side at one point. Wow. I got 2. Plus, my grandfather was racing on my mom's side, so I was born into it. And,
absolutely.
So it's a matter of I've known it since I was born. I haven't known any different really since conception, and I love it. I know, I remember, I think I told the story the other day that I remember my mom going to the racetrack at 7 o'clock in the morning, putting blankets up, duct taping them to the grandstands, because that was the way that we were going to save our seats, because the grandstands were so full that, and that was back when my dad had to qualify just to make a race, So,
Yes.
but again,
Awesome.
times have changed.
Oh
But
yeah.
but that's where I come from, is back in the day where racing was at its prime, and I tell people all the time that short track racing is not dead.
Oh
It
no.
might be at a weak point, but it's not dead. They're full. I promise you that the car count will grow. The car count wasn't exactly where I wanted to, but the fact that the fans came out was impressive.
Yes. Oh yes.
And I think from there we're about to give the fans something they've never seen in Florence for a long time, and I'm excited to be a part of that, and I'm excited to know that hopefully there's kids out there that get to see their parents come save seats because of how great the racing is. So I'm looking forward to what the future brings at Florence Motor Speedway right now.
Oh yes, definitely. I know. I talked with a buddy of mine that he lives maybe, as the crow flies, maybe a mile from the racetrack. I talked with him right around 7 o'clock, and he said, "Yeah, we're getting ready to head over there." And I said, "You might want to hurry up because they're filling up quick." And they always sit in the same spot, going down into one at the end of the grandstands there on the front straightaway. But so that was really neat. I applaud y'all for sure for promoting it the way y'all did, and the opening, and having everybody, all the fans come on to show up was very surprising to me. I mean, honestly, I didn't really think that, because we haven't seen that in so long over there, and to that magnitude for sure.
Definitely so.
Right.
I was parked in the infield down there, and we were basically double parked along the whole, where we could get on the backstretch, because there was no more room for us back there. So that was absolutely awesome. So moving on from that, what was your overall take of the racing? I mean, I'm gonna tell you that they put on some good racing the other night. So what was your overall take?
Well, I think my overall take is how many lanes are available for good racing.
Yes.
That's right.
You look at the place, and you kind of say, like, all right, well, you got to get to the bottom and stay to the Jersey barriers and hold the line. But man, there was a time with the late model stocks where the single file 3 lanes off of the white wall.
Yep.
And it looked like Talladega, where it was amazing to see that. I mean, the racetrack has multiple lanes, and especially long races, you can adjust your groove, you can do some different things. But man, and you saw it, if you guys were there, that mini stock race put on the greatest
amazing
show, and the whole place was standing on their feet.
Oh yes.
It was awesome.
Yeah, 3 wide coming to.
That was the part that I loved, is that I don't care if it's the late models, if it's the mini stocks, if it's the Chargers. I love the fact that the fans enjoyed a race. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the division, but the mini stocks put on a show that was just for the ages.
I'm telling you, 3 wide for the lead in the last 2 laps. I mean, it was awesome door to door.
And all clean racing. I mean, you can't ask for better.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Stremiska, he hit Saunders, but he gave it back. Like, you can hit someone, like, the way we race direct, or I race direct, is that, if you hit somebody and spin them, you're going to the back. That's just part of it. Like, I'm not going to allow that, you can spin someone and just hold your position. That's not going to happen. So if you spin them, then you're going to the back. But when you hit them to win a race, and you're working on winning a race, and you hit them and you give up on it and let them save it, that's okay.
Exactly.
Like and that's what Stremiska did to Saunders, is that he hit him, checked up, and lost his position, but then he gained speed. Well, then you got Shane Knipe. He's been coming, which, I mean, Shane's deal with the oil leak, having to go to the back, and I mean, just watching him come from the rear to get back to even the top 3 was impressive.
Yes.
So to see the fans I'm telling you, the fans were on their feet. Like, that, it was incredible to watch. Just watch how excited. And I talked to Justin Milliken, and those that know Justin Milliken, he said that was the greatest race. He said, I didn't even think that a mini stock race could be that incredible, but the mini stock race was the story of the evening. But that's the cool thing about Florence Motor Speedway is that you don't know what race is going to be great, because at this point, the Speedway has the ability to show off its, its elegance, or its, that the fact that any race could be great.
Right.
Because you can run 3 groups, you can run side by side, and it's going to take each night's going to be a little bit different, but it's exciting to know that when you go watch a race, it's going to be fun.
That's right. That's awesome, man. Far as with the late model stocks, I will say, like the other night, I mean, it was so good to see y'all getting teams like Rev Racing involved down there. I mean, it's awesome to see people can relate. They see Gracie Trotter on TV,
right,
and then getting her to the track, to run at your track. I mean, that's awesome to me. That puts it on in a lot of people's eyes, a lot of kids' eyes too, because she's a young lady coming up in the sport and makes it look awesome.
Yeah, well, and especially for a father of a 14 and 12-year-old girl, it's exciting. My kids love racing. They grew up in it, and to see females do as well as they did, that again is the excitement about Florence Motor Speedway is that anyone at this point, it's kind of a clean slate, and to watch those girls run as good as they did.
Yep.
Again, I've got 2 girls that they love racing, and I'd love to see them run that well. But I think you're going to see the announcements coming out. I don't know when this gets broadcast, but the announcements coming out that the Cars Tour is going to end up having their season finale at October 3rd at Florence Motor Speedway.
Oh, sweet.
So I think you're going to see the buildup, and it's going a lot quicker than I gave it credit for. But I think you're going to see, that first race really just needed to be a proving ground that the things that everyone has questioned about Florence Motor Speedway are out. They're out of the question. So I fixed the entry coming in so the big rigs can get in. We pushed the trees back. We've fixed the bathrooms. We've done all the things that everyone has said bad about Florence. They've always said the racing is good. They've always said that the racing is good. I enjoy driving the racetrack, but it's never been about that. It's always been, that I don't like this, I don't like that. So we have covered our bases and done what we can to fix those problems. Well, those problems are gone. So now I think race 1 was a good, proving ground that now they can go, all right, well, the backstretch, no wall is not a problem, because we talked about it today that there have probably been 3 or 4 cautions that we would have had tow cars if we were at Myrtle Beach Speedway.
Because
we had no backstretch wall, they just go sailing off. They drive back up. No big deal. They don't tuck the left rear. They don't hurt nothing.
Right.
So I think it just needed a moment for everyone to go, okay, deep breath. We got it. This is okay.
Yeah, we actually talked about that in the race. I mean, people out there saved a lot of equipment and a lot of money. Not having that wall for sure.
I'm pretty sure Jamie Weatherford was using the dirt off the backstretch for his entry on 3.
That was his line for sure. So.
He was turning in from the dirt outside the backstretch.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, Steve, speak about your. We know you come into ownership of it here, but you've got a team of people behind you. Tell us about everybody that you got behind you over there.
Oh, absolutely. It's Savannah Brudson, Brian Voss, Eric Kapler, my wife, my kids. The funny story I had is that. Brian Blackwell, he's good friends with David Roberts. David Roberts ran with us this weekend, and he was telling a story. He said that Brian, because I saw Brian Blackwell, because I live in Myrtle Beach still. My kids are too old to relocate right now. So we're traveling back and forth to Florence when we have to. But my kids were up there spray painting the walls, spray painting whatever they had to, buildings. I mean, I gave them the sprayer, and they just went to town. And we ended up in Aner, and we were painting walls that day. We got there, and I saw Brian Blackwell, and he saw me, and he said, man, when I saw Steve, he was covered in paint. But he said, but then all of a sudden his 3 other kids got out, and they were covered in just as much paint. I spent more money in the last couple of days just rebuying clothes and shoes to get ready for school this week. But like I said, that's the part that I love the most about, and it was really Myrtle Beach, but it's moved to Florence because it's part of it. But we all, the kids, myself, we love the place just as much as everybody else. And it's exciting to know that when we come there, we're gonna have a good time, and they've got their hands on it. So we're excited about what the future holds, and hopefully the announcement comes out soon about the car store, and it's only going to get better from here. Like I said, I can't tell you how much I enjoy racing. I enjoy every part of it. I enjoy the racetrack, and I'm excited because I was a little nervous, I ain't gonna lie, about the raceability of Florence Motor Speedway, because I can do my part and you can enjoy coming out there, and the facility can be great, the functionality can be great, but if you don't enjoy driving the racetrack, it's not going to work. Like it doesn't matter. Like
Exactly.
So when they came out and I found out that everybody had fun on the facility, now it's no holds barred at this point. Like we're now we can just go forward, and it's exciting to see what Florence Motor Speedway is about to be.
That's awesome, man. And it's so funny because it's such a small world. We know you've been down in Myrtle Beach, and you talk about Brian Blackwell. Brian is actually married to my wife's cousin, and he lives right down the road. So he we're always together. A good friend of mine, Savannah. We didn't even realize it that we knew her back from being with NBC and stuff like that, and we've dealt with her a whole lot with them, and so it's so cool because, like I said, it's such a small world, and it was awesome to be over there and y'all having us over there and we got some interviews from all these drivers that you're about to hear on the show here, and from all the winners, we got to interview all the winners. So, man, it was awesome being over there. Last couple things here. We know you said the Cars Tour's coming up. What else? What else you got in the works and in the plans for the track?
So this year, October 17th will be our next race as a facility. And then we're going to do a version of the Myrtle Beach 400, which we're working on the naming rights of it. But it looks like it's going to be the South Carolina 400. But it'll also be labeled the Charlie Powell Memorial.
Awesome.
Obviously, losing Charlie was kind of a big deal, and it hurt. Especially, for me, I told my wife the biggest problem I had with he worked so hard for 40 plus years to build a facility that he loved just like I do. He loved racing, and for him to pass away 3 weeks after we signed off on our deal and not get to see the first race, especially the way it was, it was disappointing. So we're looking forward to keeping his memory alive and doing what we can, but we're kind of duplicate the 400 and then add his name to it. So November I think is going to be a big deal for Florence Motor Speedway, but right now as Florence Motor Speedway is concerned, it'll be October 17th and then the 2 weekends before Thanksgiving, just like the 400 was.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Well, Steve, we sure appreciate you coming on here, and we appreciate you giving us a good track to go watch some racing at. And, we think you did a jam-up job on Friday night. That was some of it was awesome to see the fan involvement because we have not seen that around here. Like Sterling said, we grew up at that track. I remember my dad keeping up Jim Ream's car over there, and some of my earliest memories are at that track 30 plus years ago. So it's awesome to see it run like it needs to be run now. And like I said, we appreciate your time, and everybody out there, if you ain't got nothing to do on those dates that Steve just talking about, make sure you are at Florence Motor Speedway because it's putting on some awesome racing.
Appreciate you guys, and appreciate you having me on.
We appreciate it, buddy, and we will be talking to you soon. Cool, that was very cool of Steve Zacharias to stop by.
Yeah, Steve, we appreciate it, bud.
Spend a little bit of time with us talking about the races over there, and we will, like we said, we will definitely be back over there covering some races. And how about the announcement there? Cars Tour.
Yes, sir. October 3rd. I love it, man. That's what we were saying. That's what we've been saying. Got to get those big tours over there. Super late models and late model stocks.
That's right.
Is that not the finale? It's race.
I'm
not sure.
There was something about Nashville in there too.
I'm not sure. I don't know for sure, but I know it's leading up to anyway.
Right.
Going to be a lot of big name people over there. Josh Berry's going to be there, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
For driving for Dale Jr. I'm sure Kyle Busch's cars will be there, running the super stuff. So everybody listening, please, y'all plan to get over there and check them out. Pack those stands out. Really show them what we want to see here in Florence. If we sell this thing out, I promise you they're going to be back.
Definitely so. And I ain't saying, I had anything to do with it, because I didn't.
Well, you don't know. Not directly.
I didn't. But I told Sterling this. That Cars Tour put on their Twitter, that they weren't going to be able to run at South Boston and stuff like that. Where would people like to see a race put on? And from what I saw, I was actually the only one that wrote it on Twitter. I said, hey, Florence Motor Speedway is owned by new management that y'all have had dealings with before.
That's right.
That would be a great facility to have it at. And boom.
There it is.
I ain't saying I did, but I did.
Who knows? You never know. You never know. But anyway,
I thought it was pretty cool.
Kudos to all those guys, Steve, Savannah, everybody that helps out over there, everybody that's putting their effort in. I know it's a lot traveling back and forth from Myrtle Beach and doing whatever they have to do to get everything in tip-top shape, to get everybody happy. Like he was talking about, the amenities was kind of lacking over there. I saw they had food trucks there this past week.
Yep.
It was pretty cool. We went there and got a barbecue sandwich. It wasn't terribly priced. It was reasonable for a racetrack, I guess you say. But anyway, definitely go check them out. They put on a heck of a show. I'm just like you said, the mini stock race, dude, was ridiculous. And we're going to kind of get into some of the races briefly here, but that mini stock race was just as good as any race I ever seen.
I'm telling you,
definitely at the end. And you can't ask for better.
It really that made one of the highlights on Speed 51 this week.
Yes, I saw that. Which, by the way, like you just said, and I think we already said it, but Speed 51, anybody that wants to watch in, definitely go subscribe. It costs a little bit of money, but you get to watch some heck of a racing, just like he just said. And they were there. They had cameras there, so that's really cool. I think they're as far as locally that I know of, they're at Florence and they're at Lakeview.
They're at Dillon too.
And they're Dillon. So yeah. They're definitely giving us some love around here for sure.
Definitely so. But let's run through the races a little bit there that we had. We had starting off with the Vintage Series there, which is kind of a homage podge to say the least.
I'm gonna tell you, that was a super vintage that little Ricky was driving, because I'm gonna tell you what, that car was fast.
No, Ricky Locklear Jr. was the winner of the vintage race there.
Yes.
He just dominated. I think he played with him, honestly.
He Flintstoned it half the race.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Dude, I promise you he did. I was there and watched him. When he got on the gas, he was sideways coming off four.
I think I saw his foot up on the dash one time just riding.
Oh, yeah. He cut his fingernails and stuff going around the racetrack. I mean, he was toting the mail. Now, I don't know exactly, for people that don't know or hadn't seen him or whatever, and I don't even know. I've seen him multiple times at Dillon and at Florence, whatever, but the vintage class, I don't think is necessarily one certain rule book class.
It's not. It's the Palmetto Vintage Series, I think is what it is, and it's Bell and Bell.
Bell and Bell puts it on,
sponsors it and stuff. And there's actually multiple classes inside one race. And
I'm pretty sure
I really need to honestly, I need to do more studying on it, and I need to talk to all those winners in that class when they do it next time. Like I said, Ricky Locklear Jr. was just the overall winner, so we talked to him. But there's they have the NASCAR part in there, which there was a truck. It was an old Craftsman truck series,
right?
Truck that won that class. Then they have the class like Ricky Locklear Jr.'s in. And I think that was like an old modified,
yeah,
class. And then
it wasn't nothing old about that car. I promise you.
It's a hoss. I promise you, it's a hoss. And
Yes.
then you have I don't know. There's more like there's one painted just like Joe Lane's old car.
Yeah, there's a lot of classes inside of the class.
But those are it's cool to watch. It's really cool to watch. I mean, it's cool to see the old cars. They paint them up they look like they're old cars.
Yeah.
And but anyway, like I said, we talked to Ricky Locklear Jr. here, and let's hear it real fast. Look like you got a fast car down, man. Tell us about it.
Yeah, this car's a rocket. It'll definitely run. I gotta thank Walt with First Choice Swimming for letting me drive this car.
Well, cool, man. You was running one over the dirt track last week, wasn't you?
Yeah, I drove his dirt car last week. That was me out in the woods about 3 or 4 times.
I saw it over there, man. That thing was fast, too. Well, good job tonight, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So there he was. That was pretty cool. He, like I said, led flag to flag there.
Well, I'm pretty sure he could have won any race that night.
Probably so.
I'm pretty sure he could have won the late model stock race. I really believe it.
Well, next up was the Chargers. Now,
that was a big field there.
That was a big field. There was I forgot how many cars.
I don't remember.
There was
20 something.
There was a pile of cars. But let me tell you something about that class. Really, Florence, until now, what is Chargers over there now was basically what they used to consider the late models over there.
Right. Yep.
And so I'm glad that it's like it is, because there's still a huge field of them. Huge field.
Oh yeah, and they put on a jam up show. Yeah.
Awesome show. I mean, they was driving it. So it was really good, and it kept the guys that used to run there able to run there, running this Charger class. Everett Lucas in Bobby Tumbleston's car, he won it
on a rail.
On a rail. That thing looked good.
Yeah, it definitely did. And they had a little bit of altercation going on in the rail. We couldn't see it. I think it was coming off of 2, I think. I'm not sure who all was in it.
There was some excitement over there.
There was a little bit of
Jamie Weatherford wanted to wail on somebody's head.
Yeah, I don't know.
His car was in it over there. He wasn't driving in that one, but
yeah, didn't get to see all of it. But I know there was a little bit of that. But they put into it quick. They did. So I applaud them for that as well. Kind of not letting that get carried away. But
yeah, Savannah's y'all ever see Savannah? She's not big.
She ain't but about 105, maybe.
She's a little teeny thing. And she jumped right in the middle of it and told them they was not doing this.
Yes, sir. She ain't playing, Bo.
No, she wasn't playing around. So that was cool. But anyway, Everett Lucas got him right here. All right, here with Everett Lucas, winner of the Charger class out here at Florence Motor Speedway. Man, you had that thing on a rail out there. It looked good tonight.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it was pretty good. We came out here and practiced Sunday and was really, really good. We came today. We struggled a little bit with some tires and stuff, but made it better there after qualifying. And tell you what, it's a pretty good piece. I tell you, I can't thank Bobby for letting me drive this thing. This is his stuff, and I tell you what, with the 3 times that we've run this car, we've got a second and 2 wins. But I tell you what, it's gonna be fun. Hopefully, we got more to come.
Well, good deal, buddy. I appreciate you giving us a little bit of time, and congratulations again.
Thank you. Now.
So, yeah, Everett dominated that one. Then we moved on to the truck race, the super trucks.
Well, that's probably the only negative thing I got to say about this past weekend at Florence was the car count of trucks. And that's not anything of the fault of Florence. It's just I think that's a dying class around here of
I do
late.
too.
Because I haven't seen many trucks lately that's been running. I mean, used to, like me and David talked before, when I remember kind of back in the day, people had a late model and they had a super truck.
Well, I remember Rudy Branham always had his 28 car and matching trucks sitting right side by side. He run both races. And
a lot of them did that. And it was more affordable to do that back then. And now it's just kind of gotten, I think, it's kind of gotten to where it's out of control to.
Well, you got to pick one or the other.
Run competitive in both.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, nonetheless, it was a good race, kind of, sort of, for a little ways there. They kind of stretched out.
And then Cody Kelly said,
yeah, Cody.
I see you later.
Cody stretched out there and was gone for sure. He was gone. So,
flag to flag, Cody Kelly won it. And, I know we talked about it on the interview with Steve there, but I remember when his brothers, Cody and Casey Kelly, run out there. But their dad is Todd Kelly. And, man, I remember some nights putting on shows. My dad helped Jim Reams out there, and there was Jim, and there was Todd Kelly. There was, let's see, Charlie Powell third. All them guys used to run back there. That was some good racing back then, and it's awesome to see Todd's sons come up and doing the same thing.
Yeah, they're working good with them, and they got some good cars, man. They got some good equipment.
They got good equipment. But anyway, so here is Cody Kelly.
All right, here with the winner of the Super Truck Division out here at Florence Motor Speedway. He led it from flag to flag. Cody Kelly.
Yeah.
Man, that thing looked good out there.
Yeah, it was on a rail, man. This is the best this truck's ever drove. I've been struggling at the beach, but we come here, man, unloading this thing is great. I can't thank my dad, my brother, and everybody that's helped me enough. It was really good, really good.
Well, good deal, man, and congratulations again, and we'll be talking with you. Appreciate your time.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, and moving on to what I think could be considered the daggone race of the year.
Well, at least the last 5 laps.
At least five laps.
I will
Most
say
exciting
that.
5 laps of the year.
Well, like we say, when Knight, we were standing on pit road, and we were standing right there at the start finish line because we were getting ready to get interviews. So about midway the race or so, maybe a little bit, I can't remember exactly what lap it was by any means, but Knight pulls in. He got one of the fastest cars, and he pulls in and got some kind of old.
Yep, they pulled a hood off of it.
Something. I don't know what all was going on. Not real sure. But they come in, pulled the hood off of it, did whatever to it. Couldn't tell, couldn't see from over there, but went back out, tail end of the field.
And it wasn't a small field.
It was not a small field.
There was probably 15.
There was some strong mini stocks in that race.
Yeah.
Dude come from the back to the front, son. And I ain't lying. I
never
awesome.
thought he had time to make it.
No, I did not. I really did not. And I think those two boys, I don't know their names right off, but those two boys running for the lead, they kind of were fighting back and forth with it, running side by side for a while. That allowed him to catch him. But, man, when he caught him, that was, I never forget coming off a 4, coming to 2 to go, I believe it was.
Yeah.
3 wide. That was awesome, dude. And, nobody wrecked. Nobody turned to each other. Nobody fighting. Nobody whatever.
There was some bumping, but, it wasn't nothing intentional. But it was just racing.
No, exactly. And they get out and he wins the race, and they get out of the car, and they all high-fiving one another, talking about how fun it was. That's
exactly.
Cool. That's what I love. That's what I want to see at Florence.
And that's what I love about Florence Motor Speedway. Like we was talking to Steve, the opportunity is there to run like that.
Well, and we've heard people say, they need to repave, they need to reconstruct, they need to do this, they need to do that. I love the pavement over there. It allows for 2 and 3 wide racing.
Oh yeah.
It really does. You can run the second groove, and there's a whole nother aspect to. I don't know if I hadn't been. I've drove Florence one time years ago, but I think it was the same pavement. I don't think it's changed by any means. But I don't know now. Even in the late model race, we saw that, but we'll talk about it later. But I don't know. It's just everything changed so much. It seemed like from one groove to the next, and I don't know if. I don't know. It's more interesting to me. Myrtle Beach, and I'm not knocking Myrtle Beach, but Myrtle Beach was more of a dead in the bottom.
Especially on the inner 3.
Inner 3, you saw
had to
that.
be in the bottom, or you got if somebody was up under you, they was gonna pass you right there.
Right. It seems like to me, I don't know it. I wish somebody would tell us, but it seems like to me you could set your car up for Florence to run bottom or middle, wherever you want to run. And it opens up for passing lanes. It opens up for 2 wide racing. That's what people want to see for sure. Myrtle Beach didn't really allow that there for a while for sure.
That's right, man. Well, Shane Knight really figured that out, and here he is.
All right, here with the winner of the Carolina Mini Stock Division, another one, Shane Knight. Shane, that was a show you put on there, man. That was awesome.
Well, it's like they my Uncle Ronnie. Josh Borch, Roundhouse Beards, TJ Knipe, Tucker's, all of them just gave us a good deal.
Awesome, man, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Appreciate you coming up.
So that was an awesome race. But then come up I guess you would call it the big race of the night.
It was the big race, and like you said earlier, they drew some big names.
They did.
Some big teams.
Some big teams. And, I mean, there's a bunch of people who used to race at Myrtle Beach, and I am so glad to see them come over to Florence.
I ain't lying, man. I really am.
With them, and because, man, I mean, Rev Racing, like I said, that's kind of that's a pretty big name in late models. They bringing up they're trying to help out all the up-and-coming NASCAR stars.
Well, Bubba Wallace, I mean, love him or hate him, he come up through that.
They had that's the whole Drive for Diversity program,
right.
and Rev Racing is one putting that on now.
So it's pretty neat, and it shows a lot of good talent.
And they definitely had a diverse crowd over there with them.
They definitely did. And I love to see that because, you know, kind of like we've said before, and we'll say it again later. I promise you, you know, racing is so dependent on money and so dependent on your opportunity to sponsor and this and that and the other. And, you know, this Drive for Diversity program, whatever. I know you got to have, I'm sure, some sort of money of some sort to get that ride. But it's good to see people being able to get that opportunity to run, and love seeing them come to Florence.
Definitely so. And I mean, just like we said with Steve, as I keep saying, names like Gracie Trotter. No, she didn't finish the best. She finished fifth. She actually wouldn't even run that good till a couple cars fell out. Nothing against her. That's just where she was running on this particular night. But having the name Gracie Trotter, because they know how to market her. I mean, I will give it to her herself, her family, her PR team, whoever's behind her, Rev Racing. I don't even know who's all behind her, but they know how to put her name out there. And if you look on Facebook, on Twitter right now, you know, Gracie Trotter is synonymous with the racing right now, especially late models and even ARCA, because she's running kind of both sides, the ARCA East and West, I think, a good bit. And so it's really cool to see, because you remember, Sterling, back in the day, way back in the day, early 90s, when we used to go to Florence Motor Speedway, basically this same race. This was the prelude to the 500, the Southern 500. Yep. Every time there was a Southern 500 weekend at Darlington, a lot of the Cup stars, really.
Oh yeah, old school.
They come out to Florence Motor Speedway, and somebody had them a car ready, and they would have a race. Sometimes with them, sometimes they just get in a car and race because they wanted to race, actual race. It wouldn't. I mean, so seeing, you know, bigger names coming up through there that's tied with NASCAR, people want to see that. And it's awesome to get that stuff over to
I'd love to see
in our neck of the woods here.
And I mean, you know, I don't know whoever will, but just me wishing, I guess, I'd love to see a big super race or super late model race or whatever, a Wednesday or Thursday night, the week of the 500.
Awesome. That'd be awesome.
And let's see Kyle Busch come over there and run it. Can you imagine what those stands look like?
There wouldn't be enough stands.
I promise you there won't be. I promise you there won't be.
Won't be near enough stands.
So, I mean, you know, and I'm no track promoter by any means, but to me, I think I can strive for that. Whether it can happen or not, let's strive for it. Let's see what happens, because he goes to New Smyrna and runs. He goes to wherever and runs.
Well, he does that just because the NASCAR race is there that week.
Exactly. So,
and plus this one, Florence, somebody like just Kyle Busch, for instance, because we know he runs a lot of super late model stuff. He can go back home after that.
I promise you will.
He can hit 20 to 77 and go home. And, you know, it ain't far.
Well,
it's really not far for them guys. We're right here in NASCAR country.
Well, I'm predicting, I'm hoping and predicting that next year everything will be back to normal, and they'll have their motorhome in Darlington on Friday night.
That's right.
So he can come run Thursday night race or Friday night race.
That's right.
And he'll be right here. But anyway, no, I mean, you know, I love seeing that. I love seeing their effort, and Dude, their second event since they have taken over ownership.
It's gonna be
the Cars Tour.
Well, before we get that far, that's right. Before we get that far, this late model stock race.
Yes. I got carried away. I'm sorry.
I did too. I mean,
it's easy
happens.
for us.
It
exactly.
happens.
Hence why we started this podcast.
Exactly.
We just talk,
we start
just
talking
ride,
about and just go with it.
Whatever.
But anyway, this is late model stock race. This is the first time I've seen actual late model stocks at Florence.
Yes,
in a
I agree.
long time.
Very.
And I forgot how cool they are to watch over there, because the first part of the race, just as it did the other night, kind of when it's a longer race, it stretches out a little bit because everybody's saving their stuff. All of a sudden, about halfway, everybody starts driving the wheels off of it.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, starting the race, and we kind of, I don't know. Let me back up. We went to a Cars Tour race. I think we've said this before. We went to a Cars Tour race in Myrtle Beach. And late model stocks, as so did the super late models. I think it was longer than a 50 lap race, but the first half of the race they're running quarter throttle and they're just kind of putting around whatever. So I was kind of anticipating that for the first half of that race.
When Lee Pulliam decided to almost go a lap down and then decided to drive back through the field.
Exactly. So I was kind of anticipating, is that what we're going to see? And it wasn't. It was more exciting throughout. I mean, they ran too wide, like we said before. You can run the second groove bottom,
and a lot of them were.
They're faster. I mean,
Sam
there's a
Yarborough
couple
got
times.
up.
Yes,
Once
they
he
moved
got up
up
there, he moved up the track. He did
like
not
Steve
run
said,
in the bottom.
they were not running the bottom. The whole field was running the second top groove.
Jamie Weatherford was
running the field.
The field. My car, I went to an asphalt track and my truck was covered in dirt because Jamie Weatherford was using the dirt before you go into turn 3 to turn his car into 3.
I promise you. Because there was quite often he hit that with the right side. But anyway, it was a really good race. And like David said, it kind of stretched out to start with a little bit. Sam Yarborough kind of saved his stuff, looked like. He just kind of inched his way up.
Third, I think it was.
Yeah, he kind of inched his way up.
Or stayed in third. He's not the winningest late model stock driver at Myrtle Beach Speedway for no reason.
Exactly. So he gets up there, maybe, I don't know, 20 something to go. I don't know exactly when it was, and he just kind of held his own right there. But I will say, I don't know the boy's name. Do you have the boy that finished number 6?
We're gonna have to look it up here.
Rev Racing. That boy, he drove his butt off, man. He come up. He was running faster lap times for a long time.
Yeah, he definitely was. Another one that was doing awesome in it while I'm looking that up was Casey Kelly.
Yes.
Casey was rolling too.
Casey was rolling. He was. I think he got kind of caught up in traffic for a while there.
Well, it's like his car didn't fire off real good
on
the start because he started second.
Yeah, he kind of fell back a little bit, and once the car got where he wanted it, seemed like he definitely stepped up. But Sam seemed like I mean, he kind of fell off there in the middle of the race, and towards the end he was running qualifying time. Seems like he jumped up and was rolling.
Number 6 was, and I hope I'm not saying this wrong, I'm sorry if I do, Raj Karuth.
Well,
Rajah.
That dude, he's a teeny little fella, man. He is a teeny little fella. We saw him when he got the car.
He's part of the Drive for Diversity program.
And he I don't know if it was pushing all the oil out. I don't know what happened. I don't know what all, but he started smoking pretty bad, and
he was flying. He was turning about 10th and a half lap faster than Sam Yarborough was before it.
Yeah, he was catching him. He was.
I'm pretty sure it burned up. I'm pretty sure it burned up though, because me and Sterling walked by it, and that thing 20 minutes later was still just pouring smoke out of it.
I think they scorched that one.
It got a little warm.
Yeah, definitely. But he was beating himself up a little lot. He hated it because I think he knew he had a fast car. So and I was kind of anticipating the caution there to kind of bunch everybody back up to kind of see what I get them mixed up. Cody and Casey. Sorry about that. I was kind of anticipating kind of what he would do on a late race restart because he was coming.
There was one caution at the very first of that race.
Yep.
And that was it.
Yep.
They ran the rest of the 100 laps.
50 lap race.
50
yeah.
lap. It was 50 lap. That's right.
No, it was a 100 lapper.
Yeah,
It was a 100 lapper. You're right. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was a 100 lapper. So
yeah. And Casey looked like he was about to pass out when he got out. He was hot. It was hot over there Friday night.
It was sticky that night. But
anyway, before we get too far, got over to Victory Lane. Was able to talk with Sam Yarborough, the winner of the inaugural new Florence Motor Speedway late model stock race. Here he is.
All right, we are here with your winner of the late model stock division here at Florence Motor Speedway. The winningest man from Myrtle Beach has now come to Florence and keeping on the tradition. Man, that car looked good out there.
Yeah, it was just so solid. Chad helped me prepare a really good car. We came and tested Tuesday, and we felt like we were pretty good. But it was so hot, it was hard to tell, so we just loaded her up and waited for the nighttime to fall and stayed under me the whole night. Everybody raced clean. It was tight racing. There was dirt flying at times, but everybody raced clean. It was a good first race here. Glad to get the last race at Myrtle Beach and the first race here at the new Florence Motor Speedway. Obviously, got to thank Steve and everybody for having the balls to put this whole deal together. It's a big step for them, and I hope it continues. But pretty ecstatic to come out here and dominate the way we did.
Well, good deal, buddy. Well, we appreciate you giving us a little bit of time, and congratulations again.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
So, yeah, that's cool. I tried to reach out to Sam not long ago, get him on the show, and get him on there one way or another.
we're going to find him. He gonna come on with us and talk on
He's going to talk to us. Dang it.
Yeah, he's going to do it.
Another thing, since we passed up that, I want to go back really, really fast. Charger race. I want to say real quick, congratulations to Archie Adams Sr. on a third place
finish, man.
I think Archie, I could be wrong. I want to say he's like 80 years old, 81.
Yeah, at least.
He's up there.
He's up there.
It might be mid-70s. I'm sorry. I don't know.
That car was used up.
But he drove it to third place. Archie Adams Jr. finished fourth behind him. And, man, it was just cool because that man has been racing over there for as long as I can remember.
Meant a lot to him, and it meant a lot to the fans. I heard them out there. They were all screaming and yelling for him. That was really neat. But to the mini stock race right quick, again, like Steve said, hearing that crowd scream like they did, and I mean, I don't know if people can tell it from in the stands or whatever, but we sure could. Dude, they were on fire, man. They were loving that. That was...
I'm going to tell you, 10 laps ago in that mini stock race, people were,
they were all
the whole
on the
crowd
feet,
was standing.
dude.
It was on the feet.
That was an awesome race. And I love it even more because I don't want to bash it, but it's the truth. I mean, we've been over there. We've been sitting in the stands and watched it. Florence turned into a wreck fest. I mean, you get over there and going for the lead, you'll get wrecked. Whatever.
Well, as Steve just said just a little while ago, he's trying to change that outlook on it, and you wreck somebody, you're going to the back too.
But that don't make a race, though. That don't make it an exciting race to me.
No.
Seeing what we saw at that mini stock race and seeing late model stocks running too wide for the lead for 5 laps. I mean,
it was longer than that. It was way longer than that.
It was exciting. I mean, it really was. So I love seeing that. Like I said, I love seeing what they got going on. The Cars Tour coming over there. Everybody can definitely go check that out. Pay the money. It's going to be a little bit more expensive than a normal Saturday night race, Friday night race. Pay the money. Go watch it. You're going to see a heck of a good race. You're going to see all the big names you want to see over there. And also, super late model race at Florence. When's the last time you've seen that?
Yeah, and also another thing I'm excited about, as he said it, he's trying to get Florence's version of the 400
exactly
over there.
It's going to happen. I hope
that has always been.
I know he's going to make it. He's going to make it the memorial race. I think every year.
The Charlie Power Memorial Race
for Charlie, and I love that. That's great, and that's going to bring a lot of talent around here. It's going to make for a really good race. And also, like he said, I know a lot of people have, and I've even said it, David, myself. We'd love to see a wall all the way around Florence, and we love to see it repaved and reconfigured, whatever. But honestly, like he said, and we even said it before he even did, watching the race, people, I think, would enjoy going there more because they can save their stuff better. We saw people spin out in 3 and 4, 1 and 2.
Went off the track. Car's fine. Drove it right back on.
If they'd done that at Myrtle Beach, guess what would have happened?
Been demolished.
So I think that means something to me. If I got a car out there, that means something to me.
I will say, though, the save of the night came on the front stretch in the vintage race, which is typically a class you don't see any wrecks in because they try to save those cars a little bit because they're old cars. It's hard to find parts for them.
He was dead in the gas bowl.
I don't know. They all got crossed up coming off 4. And somebody it looked like wheel hopped him more or less. That car spun around, and it looked like it was going dead backwards into the wall, and he just laid in the gas. I mean, you just heard it. And it had to come about 2 inches from hitting the wall.
He saved it. He really did. He saved some work this week for sure. So
I ain't kidding.
He did good. But anyway, kudos to everybody associated with the new Florence Motor Speedway. Really excited about it. Like I said before, racetrack is 5 minutes from my house. Love being able to get over there and see some good Saturday night racing, Friday night racing, hopefully. And also love seeing the good family crowds. Being able to take my family over there. Being able to take y'all take y'all's family over, back them up against the wall. Get there early because they're selling out now. Get there early.
I don't know they get that car count up anymore, and they ain't gonna be able to park in the.
I'm telling you, they're gonna have to park cars outside or something. But get there early. Get your truck backed up against the fence. Get your family out there, sit on the back of the truck, watch the race. That's what it's all about. They love it. I love it. Everybody loves it. It don't get no better than that, man. I love it. I love having it right here. And speaking of
loving it.
What's wrong with SRI, man?
There ain't nothing wrong with SRI.
They ain't a daggum thing.
I've been posting some pictures all week. Some race cars that was in Lancaster. All these stickers of SRI.
Everybody wants SRI on there.
And some Draco Springs.
And Draco, I'm telling you.
It was an old picture, but it was just cool. Saw a picture of Scott Bloomquist standing there the other day with an SRI t-shirt on. Speaking of t-shirts, I saw, and I'm gonna have to hit somebody up there. I got to find where these are. They got some new it's SRI and stock car steel on one shirt.
What's up with that?
We gotta get
have a shirt.
I'm gonna have to hit somebody up.
We're gonna have to do something. Yeah, we gotta have some shirts, man. Y'all go get y'all a shirt too, and a hat. We're wearing our hats right.
Yeah, they got new hats too. They got new SRI hats, new stock car steel, and Draco Spring Richardson brand hats.
Can't beat that, man.
Mine's getting a little dirty.
Mine is too. It's getting. Hey, Lancaster got it all dirty up.
Well, I've been to Lakeview a couple weeks with it on.
Yeah, it gets a lot dirty, Lakeview, brother.
Yeah. No, I think Lancaster was worse. But anyway, SRI, your one-stop shop for all things racing. What you need racing? What you need for racing? What you need?
What do I need?
What you need for racing? I don't care what you need. Guess what? They got it.
Yeah. Anybody that has the capabilities of racing, yes, y'all go get y'all's race. Because I thought you were kind of like, I can't. I need a whole lot. My cart on SRI's website is really big because I need everything.
You got the big cart even going on stock car steel, don't you?
I promise you now. If I got anything, I got the cart on stock car steel because I can handle that. I can definitely do that. Stock car steel and aluminum. Again, like we keep saying it, man. They got everything. They're not. I think when I think stock car steel and aluminum, when I see that, just whoever, Joe Blow, I think, okay, they supply steel to the race shops and they supply steel to whatever to build a race car. No, they supply steel to everything. They got it all, man. Go check them out. Anybody that's listening, anybody that does any kind of fabrication, whatever, machine shops, whatever, check them out. Give them a bid. Send them a quote. Send them anything. Let them quote you anything. Find out what they got, and they won't disappoint, man.
Will not disappoint. Also, like we said, SRI, man, they've had that welding, these welding programs going on for all y'all starting back school. And speaking of school starting back, all that started around here this week. Woo, been crazy. So I still know some of y'all need some welding supplies. Make sure you get over to SRI Performance, get all your welding supplies. And that's not only for students, that's also for all you fab shops, everything else. Get all your gases.
Yeah, all your gases. They can supply you weekly with gases, anything you need. Acetylene, oxygen, TIG gas, MIG gas, whatever you might need. Definitely go check them out. They got a good deal going on.
6 months free.
Yeah, you can't beat that. So
on a 1-year lease.
Definitely go check them out, man. One thing they got going on right now, and I'm going to have to actually get some of these for our shop, Palmetto. They got, it's called a cross buff kit. And I'm actually just seeing this, but it's made by 3M. They're like a buffing pad made into on an arbor, essentially, to be able to put in a Dynabrade or pencil grinder, anything to buff bores or clean up axles, anything like that. So definitely go check that out. I'm seriously going to buy some. I think tomorrow I'm going to go order me some, and I'm going to use the C-Bone 10 promo code. There you go. That yeah. So we don't edit anything around here. We just
we just go with it.
we just go because we're just normal old folks.
I don't know about honor roll. We was on a roll.
We was on a roll. I don't know. It was honor one.
F.
I know what C starts with. I know what chicken starts
what
with.
C starts with. Anyway,
Never
for you
mind
educated folks that can spell, y'all go on there and put in promo code CBONE10. That is C as in
chicken.
Bone, BONE 10. Get yourself 10% off through SRI Performance.
Yeah, definitely go check them out. Speaking of, I just got to say this right quick. Speaking of Chicken Bone Alley, and I hope everybody that's listening by now kind of understands.
On episode 30.
We're on episode 30. Don't forget your original gourmet lollipop, everybody. I've listened to all of them, so I'm about to turn it. I want me a lollipop.
I'd like to have a lollipop.
They got like 7,000 flavors, so I think I'm going to pick one. Anyway, so we go to Lancaster, and we're about to get into Lancaster here now, I believe. But anyway, kind of go forward a little bit. We go up, and I'm just kind of a person, whatever. But I go up. It's a little warm, whatever. So I go up and buy some water. Okay, water's reasonable, $1 a piece.
I know where this story's going.
So I hand them a $5. So I tell her, okay, just keep your tab open. We're gonna be back. So she looks at me like I'm crazy. Okay, well, whatever. So we come back like 20 minutes later. David hands her a $5. She tries to hand us back money. No, keep her tab open. So she's confused as hell. She don't understand what's going on. So she keeps it going on, whatever. So we go back for the third time. So David hands them all a sticker. Chicken Bone Alley sticker.
Yeah, here's our payment for these waters.
Yeah, because we have finally got us something built up there. We got some per diem for a little while.
Yeah.
But so anyway, so we go up there and David hands her a sticker and they're all sitting there and they say, I don't know how to use. I don't know nothing about no podcast. I don't know this. I don't know that. So anyway, David kind of explains to him how to do it and all whatever. So the lady says, and I've never thought of this, but it's actually pretty cool. She says, which one's chicken and which one's bone? And the lady says, I think that's chicken and he's bone. It's awesome. That was really cool. Really funny. I know you probably got to see.
I'm just still wondering who Allie is. I guess Derek's Allie.
Derek's Allie because sometimes he's there and sometimes he's not. So he's in the alley. So that's cool.
He's hanging out in the alley.
Absolutely right. But that was funny. But anyway, excuse me. Going back to the start of Lancaster Day. Well, let me back up. Leaving Friday night, we left at a reasonable hour from Florence.
Yeah, we really did.
We actually got out at like 10 o'clock.
It only took me, 30 minutes to get out of there.
But dude, with that amount of people,
which was awesome.
That was crazy. And the racing got over at a reason why it wasn't 2:00 in the freaking morning.
No, I was home by which I don't live 10 minutes from the track, but I was home and had text Savannah over there telling her we appreciated everything. I had text her by 10:45.
So you can't beat that. That's why I say you can take your family to it, and it's not something that's going to get over terribly late. To have a 100-lap late model stock race and get home by 10:30, you can't beat that. So anyway, definitely go check them out. Look forward to seeing them soon. Anyway, leaving that, got up Saturday morning, got ready. We head out to Lancaster, which is about an hour and a half from our house here in Florence. And of course, like David had posted before, our journey towards Lancaster would not be done without Hooters.
The owner of that Hooters wrote us back, actually. Of the Rock Hill Hooters.
And you're just telling me this?
Yeah, I'm actually just telling you this. He said, I appreciate y'all coming and enjoying the food.
How much did he appreciate it?
I don't know. That's all he said.
Well, daggum it. We need more than that. we need some smoked wings. But anyway.
We work for wings.
I'm going to go and tell him. You're going to have to tag him in this or however you do that or whatever. But anyway, I'm going to tell him. We get up there about 12 o'clock, whatever. Walk in. They don't have the bar open there. Exactly. They don't have seats at the bar. So we normally sit at the bar and eat and watch whatever.
COVID.
Yeah, the whole deal. But anyway, we sat right at the bar, whatever. Bartender was fantastic. She took care of us, got us everything we needed.
And everything we didn't know we needed.
Started you a new drink that you actually found out that you liked.
Yeah.
So she kind of got it backwards. I think we kind of confused her, whatever.
We're good at that.
We are. I got Sprite with my drink, and David got Coke with his drink, and I got Coke with my drink, and he got Sprite. But anyway, he actually loved his drink, so that was really good. So kudos to you for making his drink better. So anyway, we order smoked wings, of course, and they were fantastic.
They were
probably one of the better ones I've had in a while. And I say that's
this
weird
was at
because
the Rock Hill Hooters.
Rock Hill, definitely go check them out. Rock Hill Hooters.
We drove 30 minutes past the track.
We drove 3 hours past the track. Did you say 30 minutes? We drove 3 hours.
My bad. Yeah.
We drove 3 hours out of our way to get to Hooters. No, we did. We drove 30 minutes, but it was actually well worth it. Columbia Hooters.
We bypassed the Columbia Hooters.
Yeah,
that could have been on our way.
They do not. Nah. Rock Hill's way better. So they did wonderful. Had great smoked wings. And the bartender, she introduced us into some cheese sauce with our fries, and they were actually really good. So if you go to Hooters, get the cheese sauce. It's really good. It's like nacho cheese, essentially. I think that's actually what it is, but it's good. So dip it in them. Get the steak fry, dipper something.
The Big Dipper.
Big Dippers.
I don't know.
They're like steak fries, kind of, sort of, but in a way. But
kind of curled up a little.
They weren't really good, but get those. Go to Rock Hill Hooters. Check them out.
And leave there and go
tag us. Post
tag
us.
us. Yeah, tag us on there. If you
tag
go
us
to,
if you go to Rock Hill Hooters.
I tell you what. I got a challenge for all y'all out there. If you go to Hooters, regardless, I don't care what you eat,
wherever it is,
tag
us, please.
Take a picture of it. Put it on Facebook. Put it on Twitter. Whatever. Instagram. Whatever. Tag Hooters in it first, and then tag Chicken Bone Alley.
Please do. We're not asking.
We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna make this happen.
We are somehow or another. Everybody that listens to us is gonna get free wings.
Don't tell them that right now.
I mean, I'm not promising anything. I'm just suggesting it. It could happen. It could happen.
Kind of like they do the Bloomin' Onion with Kevin Harvick.
Exactly. If he wins on Monday, you get free Bloomin' Onion. If you listen to our show on Thursdays, you get free something from Hooters.
Cheese dip.
We can work it out. We can be the cheese guy.
We're pretty cheesy.
There you go. That's us. But anyway, we made it up to Hooters finally. We hadn't been there in a while. Hadn't been able to, but they were jam up. Had great service, great wings, as always, up there. So we leave there and we get to the racetrack about 2:30.
Yep.
And the garage or pit, whatever.
We rode from Rock Hill to Lancaster behind Bloomquist Scott.
Yes, sir, we did. Absolutely. So we get up there about 2:30, sit in line. We're probably 7th, 8th in line, something like that, to get into pits. Wait till 3 o'clock, get in. Was able to back up to the fence in the infield, thankfully. Little did we know it was going to get a little crowded, but back up to the fence right there in the middle of 3 and 4, I guess, anyway. But turned out to be jam up parking for the race.
Oh, it definitely did.
It was really cool. Have not, and I told David this, I have, all the years I've been going to super late model races, I've never sat in the infield to watch a super late model race, so it's pretty neat. Totally different aspect.
A lot of tracks, and South Carolina is kind of different, and I've noticed. I guess we watch too much NASCAR racing. You know, if you watch on TV a lot of dirt tracks, asphalt short tracks, a lot of them don't have infield parking.
No, they don't. They really don't. And I mean, a lot of dirt tracks around here, you know, a lot of them allow the smaller division parking in the infield and don't allow the spectators. But fortunately, Lancaster did. They got a nice half-mile track up there. And I will tell you, everybody, if you have not been to Lancaster, go to Lancaster.
If you can get in.
You better go early, because I'm going to tell you what. And we heard a guy. Now, I don't know how official this guy is, but
he's been a photographer there for a long time.
He's been a photographer there for a long time. And he said he has never seen Lancaster as packed as it was. It was unreal. We had to have people move. We left. There was 2 races after the super late model race. And we left after that to beat traffic out. We had to have people move in order for us to get out.
Yeah.
It was unreal.
And it still took us, 30 minutes to get out?
Yeah, at least. Yeah, oh yeah. It was insane. It really was. So, jam up turnout. Man, I tell you what, that is awesome. I love seeing it. I love seeing those crowds, those short track races like that. That's what draws the crowd back, man. I mean, that's what gets the bigger series to come back to those tracks like that. So that was really cool. But anyway, so we get up there, we get parked in. There's still haulers pulling in left and right to unload. They started hot laps at what? I can't remember, 6:30?
6:30, somewhere in there.
Something like that. So everybody was getting ready. Brandon Shepard was the first one there, I believe. He was right up beside. Yeah, he was right up beside the World of Outlaw trailer, official trailer. So we walked down a little bit. Got to see kind of who was there. Come back by, and we seen our old buddy, old Ricky Weiss.
Old Ricky was hanging out over there. He was actually just chilling on the 4-wheel.
Had the car ready. I mean, it was ready.
He was ready to rock.
That was at 3:30. It was ready.
He was ready to rock. So me and Sterling sat there and said, "Hey, I'm gonna go talk to Ricky."
What Ricky have to say?
Well, I will say this before I do this. We actually were able to talk to Ricky in Volusia.
Yeah.
Down the first year. Well, something happened to our recording device. Because we talked to him and Chris Madden that night. And something happened to the recording device. And so we couldn't ever get him on here, on the show. Well, finally, I went back and talked to Ricky. And so, anyway, here it is.
All right, up here today at Lancaster Motor Speedway with our buddy Ricky Weiss. Here to run the World Outlaws late model race here tonight. Ricky, coming off a good top 5 last night down there at Livonia. Feel like you got them tonight.
Yeah, I hope we're working on some things to get a little better on the track conditions up here, and showed last night that we were able to get a strong top 5, and hopefully we can do the same tonight.
Good deal, man. Well, we wish y'all the luck out there, and go get them tonight, and appreciate you giving a little bit of time.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
So that was early the night before anything had happened, for hot laps, anything. I mean, so he was ready for the race. He was ready to rock. He come off a good top 5 the night before.
Yep.
And it was cool for him. And, you know, we we spoke in passing a couple more times that night. So yeah, that was really cool, and I like Ricky.
I like Ricky too. I like to get Ricky on a show here.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk to him and try to get him on here.
See if we can't get him. Maybe Chris can help persuade that a little bit.
I imagine we can get him on there. It's just they've been racing so much over the summer.
Yeah, it's hard to get up. It's hard to get a late model driver.
Hard to get anything over the summer.
Yeah, during the summer months. But so anyway, so we walk around. There's a lot of people there, and we wanted to talk with more, but it was kind of hard to. And
well, I'm gonna tell you one thing about, and this don't just go for World Outlaws. This is any, especially when they bring supers in a touring series, dirt, World Outlaws, Lucas Oil, Ultimates,
Carolina Clash,
anything. They get there, and like I said, hot laps didn't start at 6 o'clock. But when they start,
it's done.
They pretty much don't get out of the car.
No, if you don't get your interviews before hot laps or directly after qualifying, you can hang it up.
Yeah, I mean, and you're lucky to get them directly after qualifying. The only reason they did then is because they put some local races between there. Because other than that, they are rolling the whole night.
Yeah.
So anyway, talked to Ricky there, walked around a little bit. Brandon Shepard was hanging out at the back of his trailer, so stopped and decided to talk to him.
All right, out here in Lancaster Motor Speedway with the number 1 rocket here, Brandon Shepard. Brandon, coming off a little bit of disappointment last night down there in Livonia. You going to come back for him and get ready today?
Yeah, I hope so, man. We had a really fast car last night, and we, just had an unfortunate thing happen to us there. And we're definitely itching to get back after it tonight. We got the car all fixed up and ready to go, and we were really fast here last time we were here, so hopefully we can carry that over to tonight.
Well, I believe you can do it, buddy, and I appreciate you giving us a little bit of time today, and best of luck today.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
So, B. Shep,
the hottest super late model driver. He gonna be tough this weekend at Eldora, man.
I agree with you on the be tough thing, but I don't know if I can agree with the hottest driver out there right now.
Well, I think the chassis got a little bit to do with it right this second.
I do too.
Right this second, but I don't know. You can't ever count him out.
He's always a contender. You definitely say that.
Never count him out at the big races.
No, you definitely cannot. You better not ever count him out. I don't care what race you at. Nah. You can't count him out. I don't know if I can say he's a top dog right now. He's up there, but he ain't the top. I don't think.
Right. Well, he was not the top this past weekend at Lancaster. That's for sure.
He was not, and definitely wasn't the top in qualifying because South Carolina's own.
Yes, sir.
Ross Bales, the Felony Farm.
Yes, sir.
Ride was top dog in qualifying.
Strolling.
He put down a lap in qualifying, and me and Sterling said, "Hey, let's walk down to his car after qualifying here." Well, he got out the car and talked to some guys a little bit, and we were standing over there. So I said, "Hey, Ross, come talk to us." He said, "Hey, I know you guys. Y'all follow my page." That's what he said. I was like, "Yeah, we do." So, anyway, Ross Bales, here he is.
All right, out here at Lancaster Motor Speedway, just got done with qualifying here in the super late models, and Ross Bales, man, you put a lap out there.
Yeah, the first lap wasn't great, but the second lap we picked it up a little bit and were able to get the pole. Wasn't by much, but that's all it took.
Hey, enter him out. That's all you need,
that's
buddy.
Right, yeah.
So anyway, South Carolina's on out here, and he is showing these boys with the World Outlaws how to get it done here at Lancaster.
Yeah, we won the first part of the night, so hopefully we can win this heat race and get in a redraw and draw a good number.
Well, cool deal, man. Well, we wish you all the luck. Bring it home for us here in South Carolina.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, man.
That was cool of him, and it was awesome to see South Carolina guy getting the pole. Well, setting fast time anyway. He ended up redrawing, I want to say it was something like 5th. Somewhere around in there. And he had a competitive car during the race. But who got the best of that draw?
Well, I don't know if it. I can't.
I don't think the draw had anything to do with it. But
I cannot. I would say okay. The best of the draw, the best that made it out of the draw was Ricky Weiss. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
I think because I think he started third. I think.
Yep.
And he was strong. He was. He come up and he finished second. And I think he had a second place car. I don't think he looked into second by any means. But Big Sexy Brandon Overton, dude, I think he's like 4 straight now in World of Outlaws, I believe.
That's the hottest driver I'm talking about.
In that competition, yes, I will say he is. I will definitely agree. Can he go win a 100-lap race? I don't know. Against Lucas Oil and World of Outlaw guys, I don't know. But I will say, in his local area, which Lancaster, all that area is, he knows those tracks, man. But that car is on a freaking rail right now.
Oh, it
and
definitely
he looked
is.
great. He got held up by some lap traffic there for a little while. Ricky caught him pretty quick, and kind of felt like Ricky had a little chance for it. But once he got around him and they started doing had a few cautions and started some restarts, and he was, I don't know, a half a second faster lap.
A half a second.
Yeah.
He was just steadily getting faster the entire. His fastest lap was on lap 35.
Yeah. Yes, sir. So that is unreal to me. I mean, he just and he wasn't killing the car either, dude. I mean,
no.
We're sitting there in 3 and 4, so we can sit there and listen to him, and he's just rolling the corner.
Well,
and
every car I heard that was up front,
the whole
Saturday the whole night in every class.
Yep.
It sounded like they weren't turning it hard in the middle of the corners. Guys behind them just whining like I don't know what. But guys that were winning, nope.
Yep.
It's just like they had the forward bite and drive off the corner.
Yes,
couldn't
sir.
nobody else get.
That forward bite is important.
Forward bite is important. Check out their clothing line.
Very much so. Definitely go get you something for sure. But no, and the tracks. I mean, to me, I think the track stayed. It had a lot of moisture in it the whole night, and I don't know how much difference that made, but it seemed like to me there was a lot of tire spin.
It had some, but I don't. It was really weird. It was like a fine line between there was moisture here and there was dry slick here.
Yeah, so it was very weird
because it wasn't like a dust coming off of it. It was more like a full blown.
Oh, it was freaking dirt
clay.
plots, man. It was huge.
Yeah.
Which I will tell you. Now I'll get back to that. If you ever go to a dirt race and you can ever sit in the infield.
It's not near as bad.
You don't get killed by dirt clods. You ain't got to worry about dust. You just sit there and enjoy the race. We wore safety class 1 in there.
Nope.
And it was perfect. I mean, it really was. So,
but I'm watching that dirt move off turn 3 and 4.
Dude,
them trees look like they ought to get buried out there.
Them fools sitting in them stands coming off of 4.
Oh, I felt for them.
We're getting killed.
I told Sterling, I said, I hope they had on their mask, their visor, their goggles,
all their COVID
PPE
covering PPE
that you
by
get from SRI
Supplies. Go get it.
Oh, but you need your poncho. You need Lefty. You need all of them.
You need everything. I'm telling you right now. So, but anyway, we had a good time. We like I said, as soon as the super late model race got over, we got everybody to move out of our way, and we got out of there. Only negative thing I can say about it, honestly, as far as Lancaster goes, I think they got to somehow or another figure out another way for entry and exit into the infield, because all the super late models parked down the entry and exit road of the infield.
Yep.
So it's constantly people coming back and forth, constantly. They use like a dadgum, like it's the beach or something. I mean, they're constantly coming back and forth, and it's very aggravating, I think, for the drivers and the crews and all.
The crews got to suck for them, because there was people. I mean, like you said, they were just riding back and forth.
Yeah, I mean,
you only stopped at a certain time. All right, cars are cut off from driving in here unless you got a race car on the back.
Yeah, I agree. So that's the only thing I can say negative about it. Other than that, the food was good. the attendance was unbelievable. I mean, honestly, we've been to Volusia Speed Weeks and I've not seen that big of a crowd.
No,
but I couldn't believe it, dude. I mean, I really
I'm telling
couldn't.
you, there was more people there than I've seen a lot of places. There was probably, I'm betting there was more people there than was at Darlington this past weekend.
I guarantee you, I'm pretty sure there was. So, lastly, I hate to say it, Scott Bloomquist did not run well at Lavania, whatever it is. We like you said, they pulled in right behind it or right in front of us, came in, unloaded the primary that they ran the night before,
back up.
and they went to the backup. They got the backup prepared to run, and he was 22nd, I think, out of 24 cars fastest in qualifying.
Pretty much there in hot laps, qualifying,
everything.
Finished dead last in his heat.
Yeah, he ran maybe half the race, maybe
I don't think
pulled off. Not sure what's going on there. I want to see him do well. I don't know. Honestly, from what I can see, from a fan perspective, he don't have help. He don't have help that knows anything. And
it's a different crew every time you see him.
Every time, it's like he don't want to pay his help, and he don't know. I mean, it's like they don't know what they're doing. I mean, honestly, sitting there looking at them, they don't have a clue of what they're doing.
That's what it looks like.
And I mean, I don't care how good Scott is driving a car. If he can't have help setting it up, I mean, he can hang it up, dude.
Definitely so. I don't know. It's not the Scott Bloomquist racing that I want to see and that we are used to seeing. So it's odd for us, and everybody just looks frustrated over there, and rightfully so. I mean, it's got to be frustrating, but it's so weird because normally like when we went to Volusia and stuff, him and Ricky and all them were parked beside each other.
Right.
Scott was off by himself, way away from everybody.
Yeah, he came out in the trailer maybe 2 or 3 times that I saw, other than working tires.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't get a good vibe of it. And I think I'm going to use this weekend, Eldora, as a good kind of...
Oh, you'll definitely see where he's at.
Yeah, kind of see where they're at.
This is a race every year. Don't matter what's going on.
He always runs well. So we'll see what happens.
There might be controversy behind it, but he'll run well.
Yeah, exactly. So, but anyway, moving on from there, it was a good show. Hadn't been able to go to a super late model race since Volusia.
Yeah.
In February. So glad to be able to get back. It was fun. I enjoyed it for sure, as always. Looking forward to the next one. But Sunday, Sunday, like I said, I went on the boat, did all that, came back. I had tickets because our good friends at NBC, like I said before, Eric, Thomas, and Greg and all them guys, they look out for us always. They always do. I try to help them out with any kind of work they need done, fabricating wise or whatever, always. But they always look out for us. So I wasn't really anticipating having tickets to this race. I knew hot passes were out for sure.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, I know they were only allowing 8,000 fans to this race, so wasn't really anticipating any kind of tickets of any sort. But Greg, he made it happen. He got us some tickets to the race for Sunday night. So got back. My little boy Cole, he wanted to go like crazy. He couldn't stand it. He wanted to go. So he wanted to go see Kyle Busch. He wanted to go see him. So we got back. They were probably 100 laps into the race.
We go watch Kyle Busch not finish good again.
Yeah, exactly. We run over there. They're probably, like I said, there was a third of the way done. We got over there, but good seats. Got up, watched a little bit. Watched till probably the midway of the last stage. As far as Darlington weekend goes, I mean, we can go into that for a long time, and we've been on here long enough, so we're gonna probably cut it short on that. But long and short of it, the Cup race, from what I saw, pretty boring.
I'm gonna say the Xfinity race was the most exciting.
I would definitely say that.
But I'm gonna say something else that happened real fast before you go into the rest of it. NBC, love all those guys that we talked to at NBC, but far as a way on up, they gotta do a little better. They cut off the Xfinity race because of the horse race.
Well,
right at the end.
I know the horse race is very important. I know that to a lot of people.
Well, I do too, but why not just put it on NBC? Why not put the race on NBCSN?
Right. I think they should have moved it to another station. I agree with that. I do. Wish they would have done that for sure, because the last couple of laps of that race was exciting for sure. So
very.
But anyway, going back to the Cup race, long and short of that, the biggest thing that I hate again, and I'm no Chase Elliott fan by any means. I mean, I like Chase. I don't dislike Chase. I don't dislike anybody really. I don't care, honestly. I already said who I'm gonna pull for if he ever comes back. Kyle Larson.
That's right.
But, dude, God knows, man, what happened to freaking Martin Truex Jr., bro?
You're supposed to get out of his way.
So if you win if you have a crown on your helmet that says I'm a Cup winner or I'm a championship winner,
yeah,
that means you're supposed to just, with 10 laps to go, you're supposed to just say, let me move. Let me move
for you.
Obviously, because good Lord, have mercy. I don't get that.
The thing is, he had a faster car.
He had a faster car, but that's part of racing. That's Chase's job. Take his line.
Yeah.
Pass me.
I mean, and the thing was, it's not like he turned down on him. Nothing. I mean, just
no
driving line.
He gave him 5 car links by going to the bottom in 3 and 4.
Yeah.
Trying it to see if he was trying to bait him or whatever. I don't know, dude. This ain't the only time it's happened, and I'm just bringing it up now because I just damn well had enough of hearing that every interview, and Sherry bringing it up every interview. Just God knows, dude. They're not out there to move out of the way for Martin Truex. They're out there to.
I've always liked Martin Truex. I really have.
I have too.
Really,
dude,
really,
I
really have.
I think a lot of Martin Truex.
But ever since he won that championship, everything that happens is somebody else's fault.
It don't matter if it's a lap car. I don't care. If I'm a lap car and I'm out there running hard as I can for my sponsor that I can get.
Exactly.
No, I don't have $40 zillion in sponsorship every year. No, I don't. But I got this $1 million sponsorship that I'm doing every damn thing I can for. I'm going to run hard as I can. Pass me.
That's right. That's right.
Pass me.
Prove your worth.
Chase Elliott's got the same sponsorship that Martin Truex Jr.'s got. He's running for the lead.
Exactly.
He is running for the lead of the Southern 500.
But yet you're supposed to
pass
slow down.
Me.
But he's supposed to slow down and let Martin Truex by.
Pass me. I don't understand that. I don't. I'm sorry. That's when I have a problem.
Especially with 13 to go. I understand it. I actually understand it a little bit. If you in the first 20, if you in the first half of the race,
Chase would let him go. Chase would let him go.
Yeah, he'd let him
go.
We
all know that.
There is 13 laps to go in this race. And he said, well, I just thought he'd have checked up earlier and let me by.
He knew I was the fastest. He knew I had the momentum.
He knew I had the momentum. I don't care who's got momentum.
I don't care who's got the momentum.
I'm trying to block your momentum. It is 13 laps to go.
I can to win the race. That don't go over.
That's not racing.
Well.
That's
not
riding.
So if in my opinion, and whoever's listening, if y'all don't agree with me, whatever. In my opinion, if Martin Truex Jr. wants to run like that, I ain't pulling for him no more. I don't care, because that ain't what I want to see. This ain't move over.
He don't want to run side by side with anybody anymore.
He can't. He expects people to move out of his way. It's what he expects. He expects at Homestead, previous years, at Homestead, if you're not in the Final Four, you best move out of his way.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's not running with you.
Exactly.
That's not racing, man. That's not what it's supposed to be. And I just, it's gotten carried away. And this past weekend kind of threw it over the edge for me. I mean,
apparently,
it's ridiculous, dude. It's ridiculous. And you bring your girlfriend into it. Come on now. That's ridiculous.
She likes to stick her 2 cents in.
Oh, she does, and she loves it. And I'm not throwing shade to them. Whatever. They're great people, and I like Martin. I like him.
They do a lot of good things for a lot of people.
He fishes a lot, and that's awesome. And he does a lot of great stuff for people. And they have a wonderful foundation. I'm not knocking them, but race, dude. Don't be no wussy. Race.
Exactly.
Okay. If Chase is in your way and he's blocking you, turn him.
Yeah, if you need to move him. I don't care about that. And just say, hey, he was in my way.
Exactly.
I'm good with that.
He blocking me for 3, 4, 5 laps.
I had to move him.
Thank you.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
Go for it. Don't take the man out and blame it on him.
But then you drive in over your head.
Exactly.
Run over the man.
That's,
and then you blame it on him still.
God knows, but you can't do that, dude. That's just maybe I'm crazy as hell, but I just think that's insane. I can't. But anyway, we can get caught up on that forever. Darlington was wonderful. I hate they cut the Xfinity race short because Xfinity race was awesome. Denny, Ross Chastain, they battled back and forth a little bit. They all got along. They had a great time. They didn't blame anything on one another.
Nope. Ross said that was racing. That was good racing.
Exactly. And that's what I like about Ross. Ross will turn somebody. Ross will wreck his own teammate.
And admit to it.
That's awesome. I might pull for Ross next year.
I'll pull for Ross. If he's racing, I will pull for Ross. I promise you.
But, to see him do that against a Darlington ace.
Yeah.
And Denny Hamlin, that's awesome. I like it.
He didn't cut him no slack at all.
No, he didn't.
But I mean, he gave him the line. Actually, he knew but then Denny messed himself up, which messed both of them up.
Well, I hate it, but a slide job don't work too good if you ain't got no cushion.
No,
I'm going to tell you.
I mean, there is somewhat of a cushion at Darlington. It's called the wall.
The wall, and they use it. I promise you.
But he overused it that time.
He overused the wall. Yeah. So. But anyway,
it
was good. Good times.
It was great. And another
trucks
Southern
at
500 trucks back in Darlington. They put on a good race. I want to bring up one thing in the trucks before we move on anymore that I think is another big BS. Ty Majeski was announced today that he lost his ride to Trevor Bayne. Trevor Bayne come in and run for Nice Motorsports at Darlington. Do you know how he finished? I didn't pay attention.
I don't.
I don't either. All right. If you're not performing, I understand losing a ride. Don't get me wrong. And Nice has had some troubles this year. I mean, Ty Majeski, he's finished. I think his best finish was an 8th, something like that. Well, Trevor Bayne, Trevor Bayne's a name that more people know. Mike can get a little more sponsorship behind it to put in that truck, get a little more funds. I understand that. My problem is, and I have nothing against her personally, but Natalie Decker is out there running over everybody every week in the back, fighting for 30th place. But yet, Ty Majeski loses his ride.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, Nice Motorsports is a good team, and they're growing. And I think Ross
put them on the map. Ross put them up higher than they should have been.
Yeah, I think Ross really helped them. And I think that, and I'm not knocking them at any means, I think Ross kind of set their expectations higher than they thought.
Yeah, I agree.
In my opinion.
And I'm not necessarily blaming them.
Well, I'm not.
For the whole, for Ty getting knocked out of a ride and stuff, but it's just not right. It's the industry thing. It's an industry thing.
Well, and we talk about this a lot, and we're gonna talk about it again in just a little while. With a little stalker there, but it's money driven, dude, and I hate that. I hate to see it because Ty has got an incredible talent.
That dude's a wheel man. I'm telling you.
I know it, and we've all seen it. We have seen it, and I don't know the whole logistics of everything. I don't know what it's all driven from, but what do we see as fans? You take a incredible talent growing into the sport. You take a talent that lost a cup ride.
Yep.
And you swap
for
them?
not performing.
And you swap them?
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Why is that?
I don't get
Other than sponsorship.
money. Sponsorship and money. And yet you take one, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to knock her personally, but you take one that she come in a sport and she's, I hate to say it, but she's not growing in the sport.
Well,
not in truck series.
And, you know,
maybe she'd be better in Xfinity all of a sudden. Maybe.
I don't know, dude.
I don't see it happening, but she's not growing in the truck series. She's
I'm
not
not
getting any
knocking.
better.
I want to see.
I'd love to see her go out there and run good.
Well, not just her. I want to see her. I want to see Haley Deegan. I want to see anybody that can come into sport and perform do
better
well.
than Danica.
Exactly.
I want to see that.
But, you know, I mean, I think it's just money driven on her side, and she has more sponsorship to bring to the table, and that's why she's there, and that's why Ty's not.
What's bad is Natalie was good in a late model. She was good. I'm not going to say she was great. She was good. She had a few wins, I think, in some races and stuff. All right. Ty Majeski is great in a late model. He is one of the greatest talents, in my opinion, to ever drive a late model. You don't find
better, really. I mean, even
look
even
what he
Derek
did at Snowball last year. He should have won the Snowball last year.
Yeah, I mean, Derek's one of the best late model drivers there is, and he's even said he has leaned on Ty countless times. So I mean, you know, I don't know. I just hate it. I hate it so much. I mean, even Derek. We use Derek for instance. His talent is ridiculous. Money driven. He is out there hunting his heart out to try to find sponsorship full time to be able to run our car next year.
Yeah.
And it's so hard to do. And that's what's so bad about it is like us. Your time runs out. You know, you get to a certain age and your time runs out. They don't care about you anymore because you're not 15.
It's hard to come in the Cup Series at 35 anymore.
You can't do it anymore, dude. And I mean, you know, it's just, I don't know.
You can't Harry Gannett.
I hope the best for Ty, and I hope he gets the right positions to be able to move up, and maybe he'll go in an Xfinity car this year. I hope he does, or next year rather. I hope he does full time and can perform with the right sponsorship. But anyway, I love seeing the trucks back at Darlington. I hope that stays. I've said it before. If you're gonna have a throwback weekend in NASCAR, have all three, if not all four series with the ARCA cars there as well.
That's
please
right.
do it. Please do it. Gotta do it. But it seems like every week we talk about Kyle Larson. We gotta talk about Kyle Larson again. Coming off week, I think he had, I guess, a little break.
He took a break.
He swept North Dakota series up there in the World of Outlaws. He goes back to South Dakota. And dude, did you see his right rear? Did you see the picture of his right rear?
No, I hadn't seen it.
After that race, I think it was Friday night. I'm not sure today. It looked like a slick.
Did he blister it a little?
It looked like a slick. I'm telling you, I couldn't believe it.
Crazy.
I think he was leading or everybody or whatever. But anyway, he won the big race of the weekend.
Win.
Yep, he won that. So that was awesome to see. His 10th or so World of Outlaw race, I think.
It was like 36th overall.
Yeah.
I think 37th, 36th, 37th.
Unreal. As always, unreal. And after that little off week, he goes and runs that, and he comes back, and he runs Millbridge.
Yep.
With his little boy.
Little
Owen.
With 01.
That's awesome.
01.
I think that's going to be his number to carry.
I like it. It fits him.
That's awesome. I love it.
I just think it needs to be orange.
Yeah. I can't disagree with that.
It needs to be orange.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Speaking of Millbridge,
Exactly.
and a lot of other places,
He's growing.
he's growing.
He's going to be everywhere.
We got one of the biggest up and coming talents, I think.
Overall. Family.
Overall.
Everything.
Hey, yeah, I'm telling you. This kid has got it going on, and he's got family around him that know how to push him, know how to put him out there. So let's go to the phone. On the phone now, it is our privilege to get one of the coolest up-and-coming racers, in my opinion, in the country. Coming up now, Matt Turst Jr., Stalker. What is going on?
Hello, guys.
How you doing?
Great.
Awesome, man. Well, let's introduce you to our fan base, and I mean, I know they've seen a lot of it over the past, especially the past week or so. We done some things together with the with your racing this past week, and so let's go back. And if you can just kind of tell everybody how you got started racing and when you started and all that fun stuff.
Well, I started at the age 5 in go-karting.
Awesome. What kind of go-kart did you start with?
Those K1 speed go-karts in I think it was near in Concord.
Okay, cool.
Were you running dirt or asphalt? What were you running in?
It was a road course indoor road. It was asphalt. It wasn't dirt. It was just road course indoor asphalt.
Okay, cool. I bet that was fun though.
Yeah, very.
Yeah, absolutely. I run. We go up sometimes and run the GoPro Motorplex. Sometimes and when we can, and I'm sure you're not too far from there, but we go and ride the rental cart some up there in the road course. That's fun. So I'm sure that was fun indoors for sure. But so cool.
Yeah,
so you,
very.
Yeah, so you started. Go ahead.
I actually got the record there.
Sweet. Wow. In a rental cart or in your own personal cart?
In a rental car.
Sweet. That is good, man. That's awesome. You got a lot of stiff competition up there for sure. There's always a lot of guys that I know, a lot of cup racers and all that wants to go up there and run. So that's a lot of big accomplishment for you. But so you started that at 5, and where did that take you from there?
It took me to dirt and then quarter midget. Well, I actually did quarter midgets first, then dirt, and that's where I am now. Quarter midgets, we have a double header coming up on my quarter midget this week, and we just ran 3 races last week in dirt.
Awesome. Where tell everybody where all you had these races at in this dirt cart.
In Millbridge, in the cornfield, and at 304 Speedway.
Awesome.
Yeah, I like Millbridge. I've been up there a couple times on the old Wednesday night shows. They put on a heck of a show over there, especially all you young little dudes, man. Y'all put on a heck of a show over there. That's a fun, neat racetrack. I love that place.
Thank you.
So how long have you been racing dirt now?
I've been racing dirt for like maybe 2 or 3 years.
Awesome.
What do you prefer? You prefer asphalt road course, or do you prefer quarter midget dirt carts?
I prefer dirt.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same way. We grew up racing go-karts ourselves, and I ran asphalt and dirt as well. So I in some ways around here, asphalt was better, but in some ways dirt was better. So it was really cool. I know I'm sure you're like me, and your dad probably knows. You'll probably run whatever you can get in, won't you?
Yes, sir. That's right. Exactly how it goes.
There you go.
That's a true racer right there. Well, Stalker, I want to ask you a question, cool question, and I've got something to back it up with here. First of all, How did you get the name Stalker?
So, at at the K1 Speed in Concord indoor road course kart, I would basically go behind someone for 1 or 2 laps, then pass them on one of those hook turns, and then I would keep doing it, and I would do it in every me Stalker, and then people call me Stalker now.
That's sweet. I love it.
That's
Little intimidator there, man.
That's exactly it. Well,
thank you.
All right. Well. My second question on this, and I'm gonna have something to back this up. Like I said, we see that you run number 13. How did you start running the number 13?
I started running it. I think it was my birthday because my birthday is on Friday the 13th, and in September, and then I just took it off of my birthday. And my family, that's my family number too, so.
Well, that's awesome because I got something to tell you about all that. My first go-kart that I had, that I started racing back in, what was that, 1996 or so?
Yeah.
Way back, was a Phantom Stalker.
Oh, wow.
Well, let me go a little deeper. I have always run the number 13 myself because I was born June 13th on a Friday the 13th myself.
Wow. That's nice.
That's awesome, isn't it? All those Friday the 13th kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really cool, man. That's awesome. Have that in common. That's pretty neat for sure.
Yeah, that is I like that.
I knew I liked you for some reason.
That's right.
All right. Well, also on the phone here, we got Stalker's dad. We got Matt Turse Sr. How's it going, man?
Hey, guys. How are y'all doing? I really appreciate you having little man on here today.
Well, we appreciate y'all coming on here with us, and it's awesome to talk to cool people and see people doing racing, basically the way that we came up, busting tail to race on the weekend. So you go back for us, if you will. How did, first of all, you get involved in any racing? Because I know how that all comes about. Dad and son get together and want to go racing. How did you get involved in racing, and what was it like when Stalker there wanted to get into racing?
That's a great question. And first of all, you touched on something. You will absolutely do whatever you have to do to race if you're a racer. Someone told me that years ago. They said you will find a way for yourself or your kid or whoever to race if you're a true racer. Finances, traveling, it doesn't matter. You're going to figure it out, right? So I didn't get the opportunity that my son Matt Jr. has gotten when I was a kid. I didn't start racing anything until I was a teenager. Sure, I had the go-kart experiences. I never raced in any leagues or anything like that, but I was born and raised down in Florida, and we would go race on Saturday nights at a track called Bithlow. And we would also have street races, nothing nearly organized as what's going on out here. So this dude always, from the time he was 2, he was in a toy truck, electric truck, little other cars here and there. Started messing around in a go-kart when he was 3 or 4 years old. And I honestly saw a natural ability in his driving. Well, we moved up to North Carolina 6 years ago. And when we found that K1 indoor karting league, he was all about it. I didn't have to, push him. He said he wanted to go race. So we went up there, met the general manager up there named Tyler Kissel, not there anymore, but what a great guy. So this guy took Matt under his wings and worked with him weekly. We'd go up there 5 times a week at night and sometimes be the only people up there, and he would run lap after lap after lap. And watching him get into that groove of every day coming home saying, when are we racing again? I need to practice. I need to get better. I want to join the league up there. I knew like this was his deal. He played other sports as well. He played football. He played 3 years of tackle football. He played baseball, basketball. But I gave him the choice. What do you want to do? And it was not a choice. It was no decision. You know, he was going to race. That's what he wanted to do. And we got in that K1 league. And right before we got in that league, he set the track record up there for kids, you know, ages 5 to 15. And he was only 7 years old, I think, at the time, 6 or 7. And next thing you know, we're hearing about this quarter midget track up in Salisbury, North Carolina, called NCQMA. We went to what they called an arrive and drive, and you go up there, pay $50, get in a car that they have ready for you, and turn laps. And he was just natural. You know, he didn't need any coaching. You know, the guy came to me, said, your son must race somewhere. I told him, you know, he raced go-karts. And that was it, man. The whole family was hooked. And Stalker here was ecstatic at the thought of racing quarter midgets. And a week later, somehow I'm purchasing a quarter midget car.
Yeah.
You know, it's in the back of the truck on the way home. And Mama was all in. His sister was all in. And that's when Stalker really took off. We started quarter midget racing 3 years ago. And he moved up quickly. He was in what they called a red rookie class for 3 races, I believe. They moved him up to the blue rookie class. He was in there for 4 races. Then they moved him up to what's called junior Honda. And he settled in junior Honda for about a half a season. And this year is his first year in senior Honda. And he's done really well. We are competing against NASCAR personalities. We are the little team. We are the small team. There's hundreds of thousands of dollars spent in quarter midget racing.
Oh, yes.
Not
Definitely.
by us.
Definitely.
You know, so we're riding in we still have the same car. We've just modified it each jumping class. We bought a new engine this year. Our car is a 2006 model. And these kids are out there in 2020s, you know, with 4 or 5 cars, different classes. We've got the one car, and we're focusing on the senior Honda. We just finished the summer series shootout. He came in tied for 3rd in what is the most competitive class out there, senior Honda. So I'm super proud of him for that. And I think we got about 6 races left in the Saturday Championship Series. He's in 2nd or 3rd in that. And I'm super proud of him. I don't have to push him. He has to go practice. We go turn hundreds of laps when nobody's around. And so I don't know if you guys got kids or what, but it's a whole different animal. You know, you want your kid to do better in anything that you've ever done, you know. And so when the whole family's vested, we're traveling around the country for a couple races. It's just been a joy to watch him. He's getting some exposure and he respects the sport, most importantly.
That's awesome. And yeah, me and Sterling both, we have kids. My oldest is 11 now, and so yeah, wow. I know exactly what you mean.
Yep.
We want to see them excel in everything, and I want you to share a little bit with us, if you will, while we got you here. You know, obviously, I told Sterling, I said he's apparently about the best PR person to ever be on Twitter, because that's actually how we come across y'all was on Twitter, and you know, our show sponsor, SRI Performance, you know, they posted up some stuff with Stalker on it there, and tell us how all this came about with, you know, with how you handle the PR and the sponsorship aspect of it.
Yeah, just another great question. It's a full-time job, isn't it?
I promise.
You know, I guess I don't even know that when we created it a year or so ago, our Twitter handle and then Instagram, and we have Facebook page, and we have actually a Team Terse Racing website. That's the name of our race team, Team Terse Racing. And, you know, we actually started meeting some folks by going to NASCAR races, truck races. His favorite thing to do, by the way, when he's not racing, is go to a truck race. That's his
Awesome.
gig. So he's gotten to meet some. He got to meet Ben Rhodes, and Ben spent time with him, invited him down up to Martinsville. We got to go into Martinsville Speedway early and go. He's got pictures with the grandfather clock. Ben sat down and talked to him about racing. We went up when we were at K1 Speed. He got to meet Kurt Busch and Kyle Larson. Both those guys. He races against Kyle's son right now, but both those guys were really nice to him. And then we met Clint Boyer. Clint Boyer came to our house as a surprise and did a burnout in our driveway in a brand new Mustang. And all kinds of stuff started opening up when I got on social media. And I really just started posting his stuff, talking about him, asking for sponsors. And we've got a little Stalker Nation following going on. And people have just been really, really good. And I get direct messages all the time asking for more. You know, we've done giveaways. They just want to know what he's doing. I think it's pretty cool. We've got all these different racing leagues and classes around the country, and here are these folks. You know, they donate money. I've gotten probably over the last couple of years some really good sponsors that come and go. You know, they might be on for 3 or 4 races. Last year we had a sponsor for the entire year, and we have to do it that way. Like I said, we're the small team, and there's a lot of race teams out there where we race now, quarter midgets. They have the funds. They're like I said, they're NASCAR personalities, either working on teams. There's ex-crew chiefs out there, former crew chiefs, and then a lot of other people that are independently wealthy. So they don't have to do the social media game. They pay for this, and they sponsor themselves. And we've literally got to raise almost all the money that we use on racing is money that's raised from fans and sponsors. So I've dedicated a lot of time to it, and we sent a video that Matt wanted to make to Barstool Sports, Dave Portnoy.
Oh yeah.
And Dave retweeted it. And a guy's named Slide Job, I think they have a podcast also where they definitely write articles and have a podcast, I think, but they retweeted it, and we had like over a million, like almost 1 million views. We had like 650,000 views. Wow. I think it's pinned to our Twitter, but just stuff like that. I mean, you guys know way more about it, I'm sure, than I do. But just that exposure, we started gaining a lot of followers and stuff like that. So sorry for the long-winded explanation, but that's kind of how it was born.
Well, it's so important now, and it was important when we grew up racing as well, but so much more now. It's so money driven. Everything's so expensive, as you know for sure. I know, but it's so expensive to go race, and especially to compete at the level that the guys that have endless money. It's hard to compete with those guys. So, and I've always said this, I hate seeing great young talent go to waste because of something that's money driven, because we grew up with guys that, in my opinion, were way more talented than ones that carried on and were able to continue. So I'm glad to see y'all definitely getting exposure, and Stalker is he carries himself well. He talks very well from what I've heard and from what he just talked to us. So he's got his head on right, and he's got a daddy there that's definitely got his heart in the right place, and I love seeing that. I really do. A family that wants to continue that, and racing family in general is a big thing, and there's some good people around the racetrack for sure, and I'm glad to see everybody pull together to help you out for sure.
And definitely when you get Mama behind it, then everything's good to go. Then
Mama's on board. Mama is the tire. She's the pit crew. She is the tire pit crew. She scrapes this dude's tires. She preps his tires. She wraps his tires. she does a lot of work. And, we've met some good people that have, out of the kindness of their heart, helped us out. We're getting ready to make an announcement very soon. And I'll tell you a little bit. We're bringing on another driver to our team.
There you go.
And the kid's a 2-time national champion, and he's been out of racing for about a year because of financial reasons. And his dad came to us in the off season, not knowing anything about the possibility of his kid coming back on, but just to help Matt out because he knows the talent and he knows where Matt's heart is, and he's done it all. He's been there. He's done it all, and he didn't want a dime. He wouldn't take a dime, and he's been with us all year, day after day, like going up to our trailer at the track, working at night on our car, helping us, helping Matt. And it takes somebody like that, to really put you even out the balance of the money we're racing against versus his talent and as good as we can get his car to be.
Right.
It kind of levels the playing field a little bit because, as you guys know, you just said it. How many drivers have been passed up? How many people have not been able to advance their careers simply because of money? And I don't know if there's any way that's going to change anytime soon.
No.
How do you get around that? You've got to be on social media. You've got to get exposure, and you've got to have some sponsors pick you up, take you under their wing, and you help them out, and they help you out because there's a point where if you don't have the money, you can only go so far, right?
Right.
Parts and different things like that.
Definitely so, but I'm glad to see y'all are getting and got a few and getting more and more sponsors.
Yes, sir.
As you've talked about, and so maybe this can definitely continue on because we definitely want it to continue on ourselves.
We want to stay partnered up with you guys for sure, and want to see him excel. I don't want to see his talent by any means go to waste. So we're gonna have to keep trying to do what we can for sure, and hope everybody else will as well to see y'all succeed.
Definitely.
No, we really appreciate it. We've got our fans that are on social media. They're so cool because they will just hit us up and say, "Do you need anything? Do you need me to send you $25? Do you need $100?" We got people also out there looking for sponsors for us. And 90% of these people we've never met face to face in our life, but they've stepped up to the plate and helped. And you were talking to Matt about dirt racing earlier. He's over 2.5 years. He's only raced on dirt 8 times. And we've rented 3 different cars for 8 different races. So that'll give you an idea of what's going on there. We're trying to raise the money to get his own dirt car, and so we can run dirt and asphalt. But if it wasn't for folks like you guys, with your generous donation and other people, we wouldn't be doing it. And I always say it's never forgotten. We never take it for granted. If whether we get $5 or $7,500 from somebody, we never take it for granted ever, do we, buddy?
Nope.
That's right. That's the attitude to have. Well, Matt Jr., I got a couple questions for you here.
Okay.
In racing, just in racing in general, right now, what is your favorite part about racing?
My favorite part about racing is just having fun and enjoying it because, people don't really get this opportunity, and I do. So, I feel like I like to just have fun out there and just race, and every spot matters out there. So, if you get last, you can be last and someone crashes and you still win or something. Right. I just enjoy it to be fun out there.
That's awesome. I'm glad you have that attitude, and I hope you keep it too.
That's right. Exactly. Exactly.
And one more question, because this is kind of funny question. Because I know when I was racing go-karts myself, I hated the days that we had to, what we called scale days, when we set the go-kart up on the scales and we made adjustments constantly, getting the numbers exactly where we wanted. That was the biggest part I didn't like. So what is it? What job in racing don't you like?
Well, I mean, like, what I don't like, I guess I don't like the heatness out there. Like when you're in the summertime racing, like you sweat.
Really
but now
bad.
it's getting cooler, so I think that's gonna be fine.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's definitely true. There's nothing worse than sitting in a go-kart and it's 100 degrees. And
don't you love when you get up there on the grid and you're sitting in the go-kart ready to go, or sitting in whatever car you're in ready to go, got your helmet on and everything, and all of a sudden the class that's before you, everybody wants to wreck in it every lap, and they keep throwing cautions, and you're just about to burn up. Don't you love that?
Yeah, no. It's just that like they people just don't listen. I mean, like they really just don't, like, they think it's like cool out there to just wreck everyone.
Yeah,
and they think it's part of racing, but part of racing is just like actually strategy, all that stuff.
There you go.
Exactly. You got it going on, man. And then taking care of your equipment, that is a big, big, big thing. That's the way my daddy always told me, no matter what, take care of your equipment and treat other people's equipment like it's your own.
That's right.
And I think if people do that more, there won't be so much money in repair work during the week. But man, we were very proud of you for sure. Looking forward to the future, following you, seeing you all. We're gonna get up there soon and help you work a little bit there. I'll get a blower and blow on you while you're sitting on the pump around there.
There we go.
Station lanes, cool you off. But we'll do something to help you out, man. But very proud of you, and like I said, just can't wait to see what the future holds for you, bud.
Thank you.
Another question here, real quick. Where I know a lot of people say they want to make it to the Cup Series, or they want to make it. Some people say they want to race dirt and race sprint cars and everything else. Where do you want to be in racing eventually one day? What is your goal?
Getting up to NASCAR? Okay, well, I'll say dirt cars, legends, and modified, then trucks. Like, I love all of those.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love them too. I definitely do, especially the trucks. Like you say, the trucks always seem to put on a pretty good show. Always, more so than the higher series there in NASCAR. So, hey man, that's not far away. I tell you what, you're what, almost 10 now. I think next week, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you got hey. 8 more years, you could be driving you a truck.
8? What are you talking about? I think they drive them at about 12 anymore.
Yeah, that is awesome, man. It really is. And a lot of these talents you see, Kyle Larson, and I know you know, grew up dirt background, is some of the most talented, most car controlled drivers out there. So you're starting in the right place, for sure, to get to where you want to be.
Yes, sir.
Good deal. Well, I tell y'all what, let everybody know again all y'all's places to find y'all on social media and websites and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Where are we at, Matt?
We're at Stalker Nation and Team Terse Racing.
Yep, all of our social media is Team Terse Racing, and our website is teamterseracing.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So if anybody wants to get in touch with you, or about sponsorship, or donating to help the team, they can locate you or get in touch with you from there, right?
Yep, they can get in touch with us through all of our social media outlets, and if they want to email us, they can email us at teamterseracing@gmail.com.
Perfect. Sweet.
Perfect. Good deal.
But we can't thank y'all enough again, and we hope to have y'all out. If this was a normal year, we'd already have you out, but we'd love to have y'all out to come and watch Stalker race in person, talk to them, meet them and stuff. So it's folks like you that make a huge difference for folks like us. So we are big fans of Chicken Bone Alley. Going to continue to spread the word. Going to see that Chicken Bone Alley decal on our race cars.
Yeah.
Perfect. We
He
sure
loves
do
that.
appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
Well, we're going to definitely stay in touch. And Stalker, this is not going to be your last time on here, bud. You get used to it, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Good deal. We're going to be following up with you on all these races. So we sure appreciate y'all coming on here. And we'll definitely be talking with you about some wins soon.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
All right. There was Stalker. Matt Turse Jr. and his dad, Matt Turse Sr.
I'm telling you what, man, that's an awesome family, dude.
That's cool.
That's somebody you want to get behind right there.
Oh, yeah. It makes you appreciate their appreciativeness.
It kind of motivates you. It kind of, their motivation kind of motivates you. It kind of makes you want to just jump behind them. And
oh, I thought you meant like get up and run or something. I was like, nah.
Yeah, probably not. but no, dude, I'm telling you, man, I love it. I love to see their enthusiasm. Little Stalker's talent. Like you just said, man. I mean, I've been to K1 Speed. I've been there, ran.
Oh, yeah.
I've been to Motorplex, ran. I love it. He goes out there in his division up to 15 years old, dude.
Yeah.
And sets fast time, sets track record.
And this was before he started racing there.
Dude.
On a weekly basis.
I mean, come on now.
That's
You got to
talent.
notice that. You
That's
got to
talent.
notice
That's
that talent.
raw talent.
Got to notice that talent. And like we said, do not let a talent go to waste because of money. You guys, everybody listen, y'all help out. Y'all, like you said, you got all your ways of getting in touch with him. Please do it. Go
we can all
sponsor
be
him.
part of it.
Go sponsor him. Give him whatever. Give him 10, 20, 30 bucks. Anything helps. Y'all go help him out. Let's get him where he wants to be, because I'm telling you right now, in 10 years, not even 10 years, 6 years, he's liable to be running with the big boys in late models and modifieds or whatever. No telling at this point, really.
Definitely so.
But it really is. That's I love to see that. I love to see the upcoming talent, and I want that's the people that I want to strive to help, to get where they want to be. It really is.
Definitely so. Definitely so. So it's gonna be cool. I'm gonna try our hardest to get some decals up to him by this weekend.
Yeah, we got to do that.
Put on the car.
It's gonna help him out. It's gonna give him the Derek Griffith.
It is proven.
It is.
You put it on your car, you win.
You win. That's what happens.
Proven.
And tried.
I mean, one time. But it's proven.
It's proven. Yes,
you
sir.
put two of them on, you win twice.
Yes, sir. Anyway, definitely go check them guys out. Follow them. They got an awesome deal going on. Trying
Team
to make
Turse
it.
Racing. Check them out on all social medias. All that fun. Check out their website. Google them. Google Matt Turse Jr.
Yes, sir. He has got it going on.
I feel like he's going to be the next big thing.
He is. I feel it.
And we're going to have him back on here.
Yes, sir.
Talking about some racing when he gets out there and does all this. So,
yeah, we are ready for him to perform for sure. And, hey, he's got a lot of things coming soon. I think that team's going to grow. I really do. I think this year has kind of set everybody back, us along with everybody. I think it set a lot of people back for sponsorship and all kind of things. So next year when everything turns loose, I hope again, everything will get back to normal. But ready to get up there and check him out, man.
It won't be long. We'll be there.
Yes, sir.
Definitely, for sure. Well, anyway, guys, this has been a extremely long show. We had a whole lot.
We found out we cannot go to multiple races a weekend.
I say we're gonna have to do 2 shows, but God,
we can't make a 2-hour show. We're going to 2 races a weekend.
No, we can't make it 2 hours. It's going to be like 3.
So anyway, we appreciate everybody for listening. I hope everybody
listen to for a week, because you're going to be able to listen to 20 minutes at a time, like a lot of us do, getting in the car and whew.
Well, hey, we really appreciate everybody for listening. 30th episode, kind of a milestone for us. A lot to be thankful for. SRI.
If you make it this far in the episode, I want you to tweet us. I want you to send us a message on Facebook, or just a post on Facebook. I want you to put number 13 on it for Stalker there.
There you go.
That way we know you listened that far. And then we might send you something special. Lollipop. Yeah, we might have to. We're running out of stickers.
Original Gourmet Lollipop.
Yeah, we're going to have to send some lollipops.
Derek,
we need lollipops.
Need some lollipops.
OG lollipops. But anyway, so yeah, do that. Put number 13 up and we'll send you something.
Yeah, definitely. But again, we appreciate everybody. SRI, Stock Car Steel and Aluminum, Draco Springs, Forward Bike. Go check them out. Get you some apparel, man. Definitely do it.
Oh, awesome stuff. Checkered, the Race Hub. They're gonna be getting into some cool stuff, I think. This has slowed them down along with everybody else, but they're getting into some cool stuff. Cool stuff gonna be coming out of Checkered app there, so y'all get on that.
Yeah.
Everybody else, thank you Florence Motor Speedway for having us out. Thank you Lancaster Motor Speedway for having us out. Talk with them guys. We appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody else, listen. We appreciate y'all.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Stalker, there for coming on the show.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to having him on again. Don't forget Eldora this week. Don't forget. I don't know if it's going to be on Flow Racing.
I think it's on Flow Racing.
Pretty sure it's on Flow Racing. So look it up, find it, watch it. It's going to be a good race for sure, as always. Eldora 100-lapper, I guess it is. Check all your local tracks. Find them. Go to them. Support them.
Right, I know Lakeview over here, they're running the Blue Ridge Outlaw.
Yeah, Blue Ridge Outlaws. Be a good race.
So anyway, y'all go check out your local tracks this weekend, and we appreciate y'all listening.
Later.